one, hello all. Welcome once again to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet. We get together, we talk about the things that help us escape. I am your host, Blaine. Yeah, I'm late. What of it? What of it, pimps? I got sake on my side, so we're gonna get this poured, and then we're gonna do the deepest dive into the waifu tier list making that you've ever seen. This will be a fun one. We'll see. We'll see how long that takes. I have game dev on the schedule, but if waifu tier list making takes too long, game dev may get shoved to Thursday. Give us something to do on Thursday. So, we're okay. We're all fine. Oh my goodness, who do we have here? Angry, Pop, Veritax, Lucifer, Tim, Jemmy, Serranos, Compi, 1, Compi, all. Am I drinking cooking sake? All sake is cooking sake, you weirdo. No, Tanuki's a good sake. They actually serve it in a 1 cup. See? They make a 1 cup of it. It's not technically cooking sake. But in America, because of the cost of shipping, glass bottles are a lot more expensive than cartons. So you can get decent sake from a carton versus the glass bottles that cost twice as much. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Boom. Do 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 do. You daddy watched any spring show? Yeah, no, I haven't started spring yet. I got at least 2 more things to finish for winter before I put any thought towards spring. Also, Angry, I guess I should reply. I just saw your little thing. I don't have a pass, an easy pass for Tokyo. I just use a Passmo. So, do Americans get milk in a bag? No, you freak. We get milk in a carton or a plastic cylinder sometimes. Cylinder? What would you? The jug. The weird kind of squared but rounded jug. Yeah, I don't know. Now there may be some pass that I'm just unaware of, but as of right now, I can't think off the top of my head what would be a possible option for that. All right, let's get this. You know, okay, I've got the thing down below. Let's get some background music because I can't do this. I can't do this alone. There she be. When I was a kid, we got milk in bags. The wildest thing to me was learning A, that Canadians got milk in bags, and B, that they had a bag jug to put the bags into. The mythical jug shape? Yeah, exactly. Get a lot of majors tours locations with 3 weeks? Could I get a lot of the major tourist locations with 3 weeks? Oh my goodness, 3 weeks is perfect. 3 weeks is golden. Yeah, this weird jug thing. It's like it's the jug you put the bag in. Like, it's the weirdest. I've never even thought about it. Like, oh, do you have your bag jug? And it's like, no, I have just a jug of milk, you weirdos. Let's look at 3 weeks is a bunch. Yeah. 18 days is really good for doing just the center. Getting that full 3 weeks would let you do a little bit of extra other bits. Hold on, let me pull up my. Where is my tracker doodle? Japan. Packing list. No. Where is this? Planning document. Where is the... Where's my itinerary button? Where did that go? Hold on. Maybe it's on this account. Good thing I got other accounts. Here we go. Do-do. 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 I. There we go. Boom. Doop, 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 doop. You're planning a trip for 12 people and you have to cram everything into 7 to 10 days. Yeah, we just did a couple planning events. One that was like 2 weeks and a little bit, and then another one that was like 2 weeks or less, and it's like that less than 2 weeks is hard. It's real tough. "12 people's a pain too. Like, the more people, I think the worse it can get as far as all that goes. All right, right about there. And we'll make these. Yeah, we can leave these. We can leave these dates. Merge that. Merge that. And blop, blop. Merge. Blop. Take both of these. Go out to the end. Delete. Bop. And bop. Okay. In this game you're making from 1 to High School DxD, what's the level of fan service? I mean, the fans will be serviced because it will be a fun game for fans, but I don't have any specific things for service currently. All right, here's what you do, Alex, is you take a look at this is a 3-week, so I've got week 1, week 2, week 3. Here you go with some dates, and you go Sunday through Saturday on each of them. This first one, you're of course flying into Tokyo. I don't know why that's a link. Unlink anything that would be there. Whatever. Oh, I know. I can just make it all reset and not underlined. There we go. Big booby is always a good idea. They are tiny pixel sprites, so we'll try. But we'll see. So you're going to land in Tokyo. Depending on where you come from, all that kind of stuff, we'll just say you land at like 2 p.m. Landing, and most of the time you're going to be landing not in Narita, but in Haneda on the other side. And then that's going to give you Tokyo day 1. I recommend breakfast in Tsukiji, because Tsukiji's great. And then as soon as you're done with that, because that breakfast, especially if you're coming from farther east than me, when you land in Tokyo in Japan, that next day you're going to wake up 3 or 4 hours earlier than you would normally wake up for a day. So we'll say you just force yourself to try to stay in bed until like 6 a.m. And that's when you're going to head out to Tsukiji. After that, we're going to take the train up to Meiji Jingu. Very fun. Everybody loves Meiji Jingu. Emperor Meiji brought the West, or brought the Europe into trade with Japan. So very, very famous. You got big sake barrels, got Burgundy barrels, all that kind of stuff. And then from there, you can just cross the street and you can check out Harajuku. And Harajuku is as much or as little as you want to see. There is the main Takeshita Dori that is the actual Harajuku crazy kawaii fan stuff. There's lots of jewelry. There's lots of just wacky accessory stores, wacky clothing stores. And then when you cross the street, you get into the cool guy stuff where you've got the Atmos shoe stores. You've got just everyone who has a hype brand has a location there. Bape, FBs, all that kind of stuff. So you go from, a nice sushi and wandering the market sort of morning, head over to Meiji, then you go see Harajuku. Usually I end up spending a lot of time there because there's a lot of little shops. My wife likes a lot of little shops and stuff, and so we'll be checking that out, and then we'll end up having lunch in Harajuku. Just stop somewhere, I'm just gonna put Harajuku, because you're gonna be looking at crepes, crazy French fries, kebabs, just all kinds of goodies all through Harajuku. That you can eat your way through and enjoy, in addition to just stopping at a place that's like, oh, that place looks like good for lunch, we'll have that. From Harajuku, couple choices. Black guy wearing a kimono. That'd be perfect. Everyone will love it. So from Harajuku over here, so you got Meiji Jingu, you cross the street, and like this is Takeshita Dori. This is like the main Harajuku street here in this area. You can either head south to Shibuya, which is where we tend to go because we're in Harajuku so long that like it's a little bit like, oh, let's go to dinner and we'll go have dinner in Shibuya. Or if you wrap up with Harajuku fast enough, go north, get off Yoyogi Station, and then you can go to the Shinjuku Gyoen, or go all the way to the Shinjuku Station and go to this Shinjuku Gyoen Park. This park is amazing. It's just a big, beautiful park that used to be the Emperor's sort of garden, and now it is just a, you pay money to get in there, and it goes till 5:30. So for now, I'm just going to put the Shinjuku Gyoen. But is that a thing? Would that make sense? BBP. Hokkaido's on the list. You keep hearing about it. It's like the Alaska of Japan. It is. It is like the Alaska of Japan. It's very rare for a first-time visitor to go to Hokkaido as well. So that's it's totally up to you. It's a plane trip basically if you want to make that a thing that you go do and not have the entire trip be you heading north to that area. So Shinjuku Gyoen's an option. Kabukicho is another great option. So right next to that Shinjuku Gyoen is where the Kabukicho area is, right off of this main drag here. Oh, wait. Yeah, off of this main drag here. So you've got like the Don Quixote, the big Godzilla head that's on a building is over here. There is a bomb gyoza place like right here. What was that place called? Anyway, there's a place right here that serves gyoza that was freaking delicious. There's just tons of little bars. You could go do Golden Guy if you wanted to. You could come back over to Omoide Yokocho if you want to pay too much money for skewers, but they still taste good. Like, they're definitely worth it, but they're those itty bitty side alley type skewer places. Like, you just go in and You know, there is no butt room, no friend room. You just squeeze on in and you're sitting right at the counter there. That's always an option as well. Short stream today? Don't know yet. We'll see. So that gives you sort of like 3 things in one day. Tokyo day 2. I'm always saying you stay in Akihabara. Many people say it many a way. That next day, you're still going to wake up early. Do a kombini breakfast. Just go to 7-Eleven. Go to Lawson. Go to any of those. Grab yourself a coffee, pastry, morning snack thing. And then here's where you sort of just split your days into doubles. So you could do an Akihabara sort of morning where you're wandering around, and then maybe you're going around. You have your lunch. We'll go to Bankara Ramen is really good in Akihabara, and then once you're done with that, it could be fun to head out to Odaiba, the island. This is where the big Gundam's on the island out there in Odaiba. And then, oh, is there food though? Oh, that's the thing. Odaiba's fun, but it does suck for food. It has a ton of shopping. Shopping mall. It has the giant like initial D cars that you ride on at the Diver City. It has like fun petting zoos, but it also doesn't really have food. That's the one thing it is kind of anything like that. The Gundam, yeah, the Yokohama Gundam is no longer there, but the Odaiba Gundam is still there, so you will still be able to see that one. But Aki and Daiba make kind of a good pairing. Another good pairing is Asakusa. Asakusa is like, if you go to Japan, you see pictures of Japan. Asakusa is like the Japan photo. Here we go. This one. It's the big gate right out front that's like, visit Japan. And it will pan across this giant thing here. So that's another good one to hit in a morning. Always recommend this one for mornings. Lots of fun stuff around it. You walk down the main road, and then there's just branching roads that you sort of walk back down, and you'll find ice creams and goodies and everything else there. The Daiba Mall, yeah. If you go on Odaiba, it's just like go to every shopping area you can. It'll be a blast. If you like zoos, Asakusa can like tie into going to Ueno pretty easily. And you could do lunch in Ueno. Ueno specifically has the zoo and the park. And you can do what are they called? You can do the swan boats. No, Ueno. Oh man. Shinobazu has swan boats and stuff that you could do. Another really pretty kind of day in Asakusa. Decent end for that kind of day. If you're going to start in Asakusa, you're going to do Ueno. The Mugiwara sword. Nice. Richie City. Why does Michael not like Richie City? He was like, I do not like this manga app. Yes, it is the boats for the romance manga. Shibuya is a good one. After that, go see the big crossing. There's you can watch the crossing at Magnets, and then also Niku no Daidokoro. This is a place I took Angry Canadian to this place. It's some of the best for all you can eat, all you can drink in Japan. Absolutely my favorite. It insists upon itself. The hell does that mean? It's an app where you can play mahjong. So we got Meiji, Shinjuku, Aki, Daiba, Asakusa, Shibuya. Where else do I have to go in Japan? Let's see. That might be it for the first time, because you're gonna do you're gonna stay here and then you're gonna leave and you're gonna come back. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe give it a fourth. On that, if I do a fourth day, that fourth day is going to be Ikebukuro, probably? No, yeah. So let's go Tokyo Station. So you can look at the Imperial Palace, and then from there you're gonna make your way around either at lunch or just before. So get the go to the Butler Cafe, Swallowtail, and that's that little carrot to Ikebukuro. That's a fun place to hang out, shop, eat, Pokemon store, all that kind of good stuff. Red light district. Red light districts are not super fun. They can be cheap. Good places to stay. It asks you to pay for the microtransactions. It's a very messy home screen. I just like these things. What? Wait, why would it constantly ask you to pay for the microtransaction? I haven't run into that at all. You hope the weather is good. Even bad weather is still going to be good weather because you'll be in Japan. Yeah, go to Ikebukuro. And then we're going to split this one. This is going to go from Tokyo to... We'll do... Oh! Okay. You got a lot of time. So I'm going to send you to the big three first. So we're going to do Eki. Actually, it'd probably be in the morning-ish. Oh, yeah, I'll put it here. Eki Bento. And you're going to get on the bullet train to Kyoto. And then that afternoon, you're going to be in Gion. And Kyoto's very, very simple. Day 1, you go... Try to click out of buy this character upgrade bullshit multiple times. You've only played one round of Mahjong. What? Like, I'm shocked because I have yet to click don't buy this character upgrade. Are you talking about the tutorial? Are you in the tutorial where it like forces you to like gift them things? Because I haven't had anything that's like you have to buy this character stuff. You just fat fingered 4,000 points on extra time on Duolingo. Oh no. So Kyoto is another one where you're gonna do Konbini breakfast usually, because it's just a much better day. But you start at Fushimi Inari, and then you head to Kiyomizudera. And then you'll eat, I'm just going to write lunch. And you'll take the bus. Actually, probably want to do lunch next to the Ginkaku-ji, which it has a different name. Ginkaku-ji. Kyoto. Totally looking forward to the bullet train ride. Good. I mean, you better look forward to it because it'll be gone by the time it starts. Search this area. Ginkaku-ji. Higashiyama, this one. So Higashiyama Jishoji, get your lunch there. Oh, excuse me. There is, what is the? Oop, that's the wrong. I don't want the big milk jugs. I want the Nanzenji. That's the one. So you can walk from Higashiyama Jishoji to Nanzenji. I recommend you do if you're capable of walking, but it is a decently long walk. And you've been walking a lot, so feel free to bust that. But I would say Nanzenji is pretty interesting. It has a, what are those water things the Romans built? Aqueducts. It has an aqueduct. And then for your dinner on that day, just go to Pontocho. Pontocho is this little alley in Kyoto. So over, bloop, right here, there's this little tiny alley next to the Shijo police box where you just have tons and tons of bars and good stuff there. And you'll want to stay in Gionmachi. So add, stay in Gion. And then in Tokyo, I'm going to say stay in Akihabara. Those are my recommendations there. Sunday. Ooh, actually this... Oof! Hold on. I'm putting these down, but don't do this, okay? Do not go to Kyoto on a Saturday and a Sunday. This is just how my Sunday through worked. Try to land on like a Tuesday or a Thursday so that your Kyoto ends up being not on the weekend. Those are not good ones. The game keeps you 2 clicks away from microtransactions at all times. Then don't click them. What do you mean? Are you saying you go look at an outfit, and when you look at the outfit, it says obtain outfit, and you hit obtain outfit, and it takes you to the page where you can buy things for the game? It's wild. So Kyoto. There's a shrine every 10 feet. 100%. You will just be walking down the street, and there'll just be shrines as you're going. Breakfast. If you do Hotel Forza, you can get breakfast at your hotel. This isn't a bad day to do that. There just isn't a lot of good breakfast places in Kyoto. So again, I'm going to say Konbini, but I'm also going to slash hotel on that because a lot of the hotels have decent stuff. Also, you could do an udon stand. There's a couple udon stands that are in Gion that are pretty tasty. And then the morning, you're going to go over to the Arashiyama Bamboo Forest. And if you also like them, go see the Monkey Park up on the hill. Lunch, I would recommend down there. I really like getting a nice tempura plate over by Arashiyama. That is a amazing time and opportunity to do that. From there, you can go to the Kinkakuji, which is the Golden Pavilion. Say gold. It's not the best. It's literally like you go to this place, you see it, you take a picture of it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, but I like the Silver Pavilion because of the Silver Pavilion. It's the garden and the view and the way you go up through the paths and everything is just gorgeous. Whereas like the Golden Pavilion is cool because it's gold and like you don't see that. It's gorgeous, but it just is a pavilion on the water on this big pond, and everyone just goes to the spot, takes a photo of it, and leaves. That's all you do. Definitely worth it if you haven't been there, but definitely do it. Time to deliver another calf. Nice. Calving time. Go enjoy that calf, tits. And another Pontocho dinner. I will give you, since you have the 3 weeks on this, I will put Kyoto. Again, I don't know what to do on this day. I don't actually stay in Kyoto very long. Usually I do 2 days in Kyoto. Some things you could do were the geisha tea ceremony and sweets making. Those are 2 things that are really fun to do. Really, it's like one thing that you sign up for, but you get it, and it also comes with the kimono and everything that you get to enjoy and walk around. Kyoto Station? Kyoto Station's not that interesting. Oh, Nijo Castle. Nijo Castle isn't bad. I do enjoy my Nijo Castle. There we go. And then from there we go from Kyoto to Osaka. Your hotel in Osaka. Stay on Dotonbori unless you want to be square. Specifically, Hotel Forza is cheap and has giant hotel rooms. So you'll get to Osaka in the afternoon, go get some Tori Kizoku is good for dinners. And just wander Dotonbori and then also wander not Shimakitazawa. What the what? Brain work hard. Control Shift T, got it. Dotonbori. The heck? Oh, Shimbashi. Okay. Shimbashi. What's wrong with squares? They pay their taxes. It's true, they do that. The hint of southern twang. Oh, thank you. I've been working my whole life to do that. Okay, I am unaware currently about the new pass that has taken over for the Osaka Amazing Pass, but there is a new pass that you can get. And if it's anything like the old Amazing Pass, it'll be well worth it and pretty easy to do, because you're gonna have sort of 2 days of using some form of pass that will get you the Osaka Castle. The Osaka Castle, the castle boat ride, and then like Ohio, y'all. Ohio. I don't know. Ohio. It's that Southern I'm dreading when Ronan says anything moon. Sumimasen is probably the worst one that I do, where instead of saying Sumimasen, when I'm going through crowds, I'll just shout Sumimasen, because at one point I heard somebody saying it and I was like, oh, that's easier to say. So I just started using it instead. And it works. No one questions me about what I'm saying. They all just get out of the way. So it works. Go me. Yeah, so Osaka Castle area is a good place. Then the not Ueno. Oh my gosh. Sumishin. Umeda Sky Tower, really good view. They might frown at Gaijin. Nobody frowns at me. They all smile. Smile and nod. Tennoji. Or do that. Hold on. No, let's do that instead. That would be more fun. So, rather go from Osaka Castle, go to Tennoji Zoo, and the Senkaku Tower? Tsuten? Yeah, it is. Tsutenkaku. Okay. Senkaku Tower. This is where I would go to Tower Knives. It's my favorite knife shop in Japan. They always do engraving for free, because I say I like you guys, and they're like, "Oh, here's free engraving," and I'm like, "Thank you for your free engraving." And then head from there back into Dotonbori. Do something on Dotonbori for dinner. Then on the next day, we can go Tempozan area. This will include the aquariums over there. aquarium that has the big old whale sharks is in that area. Anipa is in that area. And then you can come back and you can do... Hopefully get back a little bit sooner than like shortly after noon. Sometime just after lunch. That'll let you get into... what is the... what do you call it? What is the cooking street? Not cooking street. The stupid jug of milk bag. But we do numbers in area. Shinichimai. Shinichimai for shopping. And then keep heading south for Denden Town. Which Denden Town's a weird one, because if you look up Denden Town on like a map, it's going to highlight this area right here. Like, look, it's Nipponbashi Denden Town. Down here is where the Animate is. So there's an Animate in Osaka. So you can go get stuff at the Animate. There's also the second floor here is a Lash and Bang, which is a pretty good secondhand store. But the real Denden Town that I've found is there's a Joshin, the Super Kids Land thing. Like, that toy store is pretty fun. But there is a place up here that I feel like is much better for actually getting anime goods. There's the Namco. This way? More? The tour? There's the Lawsons. Old Dragon Quest Lawsons. No, this is too far. Too far. Go the other way. You know all the good spots in Denden? Yeah, just talk to Angry and you can walk around. What is it this one? Yeah, Kaspa. This one. This shop right here. G Store. Gi Store. Gi Store. This is the one that has a bunch of fun stuff as well. If you're looking for small things to sort of fit into a suitcase, that's a good one. We're about to summon Mexican. It's true. True. Also, on one of these days, you have to get Uncle Rikuro, and you have to tell Angry that it's delicious. Trami was on my list if I can get a ferry, aquarium-wise. Let's see. Going to Okinawa? Okinawa is a trip from, like, the main area. Can you say, what? Oh, Uncle Rikuro's, Jiggly Cheesecake. You know, the best Jiggly Cheesecake that you've ever had. So then... one more Osaka day. I think that'll let you shop / explore. Dotonbori, the boat. Dotonbori. It's not that good. It has raisins in it. I'm a baby who doesn't like raisins. Gonna have to organize it better. Yeah, you should definitely organize it better. But it's still a lot. Cause going to here's the real problem. If I go to Okinawa, and I just do We just do some directions from, we'll say, Osaka, right? If you talk about a ferry, that's an entire day of train and boat. You fly it, it's 2 hours. So $100, you can fly it in 2 hours. So you could do a 2-hour flight to get there, if you're willing. And then for Hokkaido, it's the same thing. If you're like, oh, I want to go from Tokyo Station to, we'll say Sapporo, in Hokkaido, you're looking at a, hour and a half flight for $70 versus, 8 hours of a train. So if you're insistent on trying to get to those locations, they are doable. But you're not going to be spending a lot of time in any one city, and I feel like you're going to feel very missing out on some of those things that you stop at. But we can see what that could look like. Like if we did Osaka, literally just do 2 days in Osaka, that might be possible. I would never, but if I'm going to Japan, there's a 0% chance I'd go to Okinawa. Speaking of Sapporo, is that really Japan's finest beer? No. No, it's not. Too many military losers there. I've only ever met military losers in Osaka. But they're usually pretty fun for drinking buddies. Clearly not angry. Kirin is obviously the finest beer. That's why it's Ichiban. I don't see Sapporo being Ichiban ever. Going after our boys. Your boys came after me when they sat in an anime-themed bar and couldn't figure out how to say tequila shot to the poor bar lady, and I turned and was like, just tequila, like. And she was like, "What, honto?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's all they want is just tequila." The only tease about Okinawa, you really do need a car. It's true. It is true. But let's we'll just stick the thing on there, and we'll just say, maybe Okinawa. Do they have ryokans in Okinawa? I can't think of a time when I would be in Okinawa and want to stay in a hot spring. That sounds awful to me, that amount of heat. But that might be nice. Nigeria, I believe most of the military bases were in Okinawa. Yeah, Okinawa, Yokohama, and I don't know. There's another one out there. So we fly to Oki. Probably just check in basically and relax on beach is what I'm going to say. Find a hotel that has a good beach and just relax there. Then spend one whole day on Okinawa. And, hit that, aquarium, pineapple, amusement, I don't know what else to do. I've never looked at going to Okinawa because I'm not a fan of the sun, we'll say. So then this one we're going to break again. And if we have to fly, we might as well fly from Okinawa. Can we go straight from Okinawa to Sapporo? Oh my gosh, the amount of luggage you would require. Holy crap. I just realized. Oh, when we went to Hokkaido, we rented a car and drove a car full of all of our stuff. So we had big jackets and pants and everything just in the car. So if at the hotels we were staying, we didn't always bring everything in. We left a lot of it in the car. But it would be wild. Can we go from Okinawa to Sapporo? Let's see. You can for 3 hours. 3 hours to go from Okinawa to Sapporo. Awesome. Let's go to the Caribbean, I guess. You're not going to... You're not going to see much in Hokkaido. If you gave it the whole week. So Hokkaido is this massive area. Like if you look at Osaka and Tokyo, their distance is like all of Hokkaido. Luckily, most of Hokkaido is down in the south here. So Sapporo, main area, go there. That's where the food is. From Sapporo, you've got Otaru that's over here. That's a little ice village. There's nothing to do there except the ice festival in the winter. Don't stop there. But you'll see advertisements for it. Yoichi, I believe, is where the... Is that where Nika Whiskey is? Let's see. Driving from Osaka to Tokyo is 6 hours to give a time frame of reference. Thank you. Nika Whiskey map. Ultra's great stuff outside of winter. Prove it. That town was... There was nothing there. Nothing there but a canal and a mall. Yeah, it's in Yoichi. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you go to the whiskey distillery over in Yoichi. The one thing you can't really get to without more days would be to the Nobori Betsu was a good hot spring area, and then Hakodate was actually a really nice place to go to as well. Good food there. We went up to Furano as well. The hell's Furano? Literally the belly button of this whole thing. There it is. Furano, again, tiny little area, not much to it. It's good snowboarding. If you want to go snowboarding, you go there. The ski resort is good. But I would probably stay pretty close to Sapporo, especially if you only have, just a few days left here. Because you're going to want to go split this guy, hit Sapporo to Tokyo, and then give yourself those just kind of empty days in Tokyo. And then this last one is the Tokyo flight out day, and we'll say fly out of Japan. 2 whole days in Tokyo could give you 1 day to just run around and do shopping, makeup. So find things that you missed or didn't get you previously, and go shopping and pick them all up. You could do day trip to there's Yokohama, giant Chinatown there. You could do day trip to Hakone, be another option. General advice for a trip to Japan, 2 weeks, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. Add 1 city day trip of some kind, whether you're going to Nara, Hakone, Yokohama, Mount Fuji, Kinosaki Onsen. Those are some good little overnight trips that you can do. But go spend as much time going and doing as much stuff as you want. Put as many things as you want on your itinerary. But at the end of the day, if you have a dinner on your thing that does not have reservations, and you start walking in a direction and you're like, oh, this is the thing we're heading towards, and you see something and you're like, oh, that's exciting, go do the exciting thing. Don't keep going for whatever the other thing is. Learn to just go do something else. It's very, very fun. You're allergic to snowboarding? That's all right. What do you mean half empty mall? I've never seen an empty mall in Japan. Even in some of the most dead cities there, I thought there'd be nothing. They still are quite boostling. Want to go to Yamanashi? What would make you say that? I'm always curious when people get like, "Oh, I want to go to this place." Like, what thing did they see that they were like, "Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta be there for that." Like, was it an anime you saw something? Was it a look at this food that's in Yamanashi? History nerd. Going to Yamanashi. If you're a history nerd, go to the Nagoya museum. The Nagoya The Nagoya History Museum was fascinating. That was a wonderful place to go to. Kansai area would be best for you, Abby. Yeah, it's the whole Osaka castle is just a museum for the end of the war. You said there was a mall in Otaru? Yes, there was a mall in Otaru. That is true. It's not empty at all. Or just big dumb mall. Wasn't super exciting. The malls out here are next level. I can never visit an American mall again. They aren't that different. It is still a big building full of smaller businesses at the end of the day. Unless you're talking about the department stores. Those are different. So, a mall would be like Diver City in Odaiba, right? Or the big mall that the Gundam is next to. That's a mall. But like some of those giant department stores where you go in and there's just like everybody has their own sort of like boutique inside of it. Those are definitely different. You just want to make it from Tokyo to Osaka? Yeah, do Tokyo, Nagoya, Kyoto, Osaka. Those are great. Lalaport in Tokyo Bay. Yeah, I mean, they are big. They are big, and they are full of stores that are not American, but they are still just, big building with smaller stores on the inside. 3 coins! Love them with 3 coins. Ikebukuro, the Sunshine City, is another good mall. Another really good one. The outlets are nice too. Yeah, the outlets are great. We went to a place last time that was really... Alex Moore. Idea. Sheet. Cool. All right. Last time you went to your closest mall, we had one working escalator, lots of empty stores. Oh, funny. All of our mall stuff must have just come back. Hello, everyone on X watching the stream. Feel free to join on YouTube where I can read the chatter a little bit easier. Always good to see the big numbers over on X. Yeah, I got you, Alex. I love doing this kind of stuff. Let's see, at Vobblerball. Boop. Plop. There you go. Now it's yours forever. Near Chitose Airport in Hokkaido, they're building a large outlet. What are you going to plug into it? What I like about X, I can easily see when you are online. Because on the side, when you go to X, on the side, it's like Join Blaine. Join on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. It'd be even funnier if no one can hear the background music and it's just for me. Just for me to enjoy. Alright. It is funny though, FYI. We have the current split is 10 on X, 12 on YouTube is what Restream is telling me. I'm the only person on stream on the site you followed. Nice. All the live shows today were Disney related. Is it Disney because of what would it be? Acolyte? Shinka Leon. Tonbo Token. Ooh, some of these I don't know. The movie set we may skip on. Just because we might not do it. We will be adding everyone of all ages. We have tiers for those who require lower tiers. Oh, bartender! I got the announcement that started now, so hopefully that's it's exciting. Oh, there's another movie. Yeah, those movies are probably gonna get axed. Y'all, yeah, Bobby Boy won that vote. Bobby. Oh, we got no images. What? How nothing? Still working on your SakuraCon stuff? No, I did my Sakura. Oh, you mean working on like getting it ready to reveal? Yes. Yes, releasing it to YouTube. Yes. It is still needs to be edited. Mal TP Bone. Do we have any characters yet? Any character image? All question marks? Uh-oh. This may not be the time to make our list. Charlotte? Oh, no. Sandland characters. Hold on, let me check this. Bum, 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 bum. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, that's exciting. There's a Sandland game and anime? Nice. Annie is the only waifu. Okay, well, Miyuneri exists, apparently. All right, let's go through. Let's gather. Let's get started. This is gonna be one of those seasons, I guess, where we build a list and then we have to keep adding to it. I was hoping we could get like real good today and not have to just keep adding to the list moving forward, but you know what? It's probably gonna be impossible. Boom. Doom. Bam, bam. Dum, dum. Dum, brum. Bum, bum, dum. Hey, what's up? Why are you singing Michael Jackson?
So you're not being smooth right now because you didn't watch any anime, so you don't know any of the characters. You're just
Wait,
gonna have to be guessing. You just have to guess who the waifus are gonna be this season because you don't
what does that
know.
have to do with being smooth? I'm just
You're not being
jamming
a
out to
Chad
my
right now.
lo-fi jazzing.
You're not picking up all the chicks at the bar like bartender is.
Apparently, Miyunere is a dude, so we're gonna pass on that one. Or we stick it in the
Female
exclamation
voice
mark.
actor, but it's a man.
I do have an exclamation mark category we can put.
For the traps.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally what it's for.
That's a girl. It says it's girl. Is it still? I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be
I'm
lying.
not here to judge. I'm just here to make lists.
And the last one on the list is grandma.
That was the last addition to the previous
Yeah,
list.
it looks like a lot like a red-haired Griffith, if you if you ask me.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Slime will be taking a big chunk of waifus. Oh god, I have to add ones that are not on my list too, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
You have to add even the ones you hate. Who are those waifus in slime that you hate?
I don't know. I don't care about slime, so it's not like I hate them.
When a show goes on for more than 1 or 2 seasons, Blaine doesn't like it.
Trying to think. When did I stop liking slime? I think there was a moment in the middle of like the city building section where it was like just the next group that shows up that you're like, ugh, boring.
It's not that hard to rank the Fire Emblem characters. Some are good and some are trash. That's just how it always is.
Mother Worse Than the Grandmother started being the manga. That poor boy. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I really liked Bartender, by the way.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah.
That makes me excited for it.
I didn't even watch it with Michael, and he liked it too. I didn't even force him to like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Michael likes or doesn't like at this point.
He doesn't like romance still, so you can always be sure of that.
Okay. You're telling me this thing's a dude. All right.
For a second, I looked back at the screen. It was like, Anne, that's a dude. That's not what I would expect.
No, this one's a chick.
That one is. Yeah, force him like the new Mahjong game. I'll try that.
Yeah, we'll get him. All it's gonna take is him not buying stuff. Is it Sandland 2 words? I'm just gonna do it like that. Who cares?
I think Samla is just one word, but it doesn't matter too much. I should hope.
Obama likes Chloe. I'm not gonna have Miyunere. Alright, our choo-choo train. Kane Folden Vina. My Ohm. What a wild name.
Yeah, I think I'll enjoy Samland once I get to it.
Ooh. Could be good. I mean, it's a fun style. I love the style already.
Yeah, it's got his style. Like, what more can you ask for?
I was trained to love that style, so we should be good there. Okay. My ume. The heck is this one called again? Shinkalion.
Good enough.
It's Shinkalion. Wow. It's so funny. I don't care about fake tuber stuff. Wait, why not? Why not? Why not about the AI prezzies? The AI prezzies are great. Ina, ooh, naughty. Bloop. Doop. 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 You like the eyes. But you know what they say about eyes, don't you? They
Are
have
these
it.
two characters from the same show?
Yeah, Shinkalion.
Oh yeah, this was the VTuber show, wasn't it?
No, this is the Choo Choo Train Transformer show that is like a way more more mature version of the classic Shinkalion. So I'm interested to see what they do with it.
I don't think I have any history with it.
Kiria Nishino. Lancelot Norman, voiced by a woman. We'll look at the character bio on some of these. Platylusa
Kuruma, I
Bonaire.
think is his age, so I assume she's
21. I like
yeah,
this
she's
one.
an adult. The other one, last one, looked like a younger girl, looked like the same age as MC.
Okay.
Yeah, she looks like she's gonna pull a Misato.
Get that rising imp going.
You could just do Rising probably, because we're not doing Shield Hero this season.
It has been decided. Male.
Yeah, he's pretty cute.
Female. I feel like she looks too young to go on the list. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody after we finished
like
the
1 year older. Yeah.
after we finished the adults only waifu panel, these people came up to us and were like, really loved the panel. It was really great. Lots of good energy.
No, we have to be
everything
specific. We have to be specific, Blaine. It was a they them.
They them came up to us with them theirs partner.
Yep.
And they were like, but I just want to let you know that like maybe some vetting of the characters' ages would be good, because one of them was 16 and one of them was 14, and it was a little icky listening to somebody talk about the sexual ability of someone who is 16. And I was like, for the life of me, we couldn't figure out who was underage in the list of waifus that came up.
I was able to figure it out, I guessed, and he still didn't know what it was. He even thought I was like, oh, was it Gasai? And he was like, I don't remember. And I was like, why wouldn't you remember? Why wouldn't you care?
He literally told you he didn't remember. Yeah. I'm not even gonna put that one in the lolly category.
No, I guessed correctly. I was like, I looked it up after. Gasai 14, and it's like 16 later or something. I don't know if there's more to it than that, but no, she was probably the one they were thinking of. That was 14. That was the first one that came to my mind because just her outfit, because she has a school outfit. I was like, maybe her, like she's one of the characters I actually knew.
From what?
From the adults only panel.
No, but like what anime are they from?
Oh, Mirai Nikki.
Oh,
Gasai.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they fell out. They fell out
Nikki.
like pretty early. I don't know. I feel like I feel like you have to have like her in this kind of competition though. Like someone has to be like, I want the one that'll kill everyone around me. Like if that makes if someone saying knife wielding crazy haired pink girl is waifu, and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Maybe you should think about the fact that she kills everyone.
Yeah, how about the fact that she's a murderer?
Yeah, maybe there's more important things than being like, this is a little icky for my heart, my little they them heart. I'm trying to provoke them if they're watching so that they'll actually like talk.
There's no way.
Chat to me.
Yes, she goes on the list.
What did I come back to?
You came back to stream, Lucifer. That's all it is.
Oh, Ichi Hime. She's just from Mahjong.
I feel like actually calling and like playing mahjong is a bad move like 8 out of 10 times.
Unless you have a very specific Yaku that you know you're going for,
Yep.
then you don't usually want to call. Like
Yeah.
I will call when I start getting I forget what it is, where it's just pon. So I get three all
Yep.
triplets.
Yeah.
That's usually a good one to call on. I had a game today where I was calling on. I had 5, 6, 7 in like each character ready. So it was
Oh,
like I had
man.
5, 6, I had 7, 8, and I had 5 and 8. So I started calling my cheese on that. But if you don't have that, you are correct. It is usually a very bad idea to try to do open-handed Yaku.
Because yeah, the one way that feels, or one way it is safe, is if you actually get a dragon.
Oh yeah, calling a dragon or a seat wind are always
Yeah, getting those are fine. Yeah, those are fine. That lets you do whatever you want. It's like it makes it way easier to build your hand and make sure that you're probably not. You have a decent chance to win if it gets to your time, if you have enough time.
Yeah, and if you call a dragon, it makes everyone else start playing defensively. Whereas if I do a chi on like 7, 8, 9, you're like, maybe he has a hand, but also maybe he's a moron. Like you don't really know, because I'm not going for Tanya. I can't get all simples with that one. So what is he doing? Whereas when you immediately do a Yaku, it's like, oh shit, I need to not give this guy my tiles.
Yeah, do not make it easy.
Why do we have blood types on profiles? Japan loves blood types. Always have.
Also, it's not just Japan either. It's actually a very popular thing for like female fandom shows. I see all the time. I don't know why. I
It's
have no
because
idea
your
why.
blood type will indicate. It's sort of like a horoscope. Like people
Yeah, I was
will
assuming
judge your
yeah.
personality and stuff based on your blood types.
I was assuming it played into that. I wasn't sure though.
For sure, yeah.
I'm not familiar with the subculture.
It's moon rune subculture. It's
Yeah.
literal. I look at the moon and do stuff.
I
You know what's
assume-
great about the mahjong show is that, like, unlike their in-game characters, they're all older now.
They actually cut out all the characters' ages if they were under. It's just don't say.
They just aged them up by a year or two for everybody, because I'm pretty sure Yui in the app, I don't think she's 19.
Look, okay, we know Western fans are gonna be watching this. Just change the ages. That's
Just-
all they
yeah,
care about.
They're not gonna know.
They're too stupid to understand. It doesn't matter.
Which is why it's all about the actual maturity level of the characters and not their literal on paper ages.
Yeah. And like we keep going back to it. That's why gushing is like, I don't know, dude. It's just kind of weird.
It's a little sus, little sus. They're watching an anime that was talking about blood types recently. Yeah.
Was it Mirai Nikki talking about her victims?
No. I'm trying to think, because it used to be a lot more common. You would even have different shows where the main character would be like watching the morning weather, and it would be like, time for the horoscopes. If you're a type A, then you've got and they would like, have some weird sort of like morning horoscope literally for blood types being said on the TV, and it was like, this is such a weird culture. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum. Remind me that Reina is under 18 when I go to make this this list, so that them don't come and try to tell me I'm wrong. Gosh dang it! Nobody told me I wrote mahjong wrong. I'm not changing.
Oh, I wasn't reading it.
I'm just leaving it. I'm just leaving it now. But
If anybody shouldn't get that wrong, it's you.
the worst part is the file name. I got it right. I wrote MAH, but so all the files are correct.
Wait, can't you just like Control Z and just go back to the previous ones and resave them?
Yeah, but I'll take time.
That takes like 3 seconds.
It's funnier this way if I just leave it. Someone be like, Mahjong's not spelled like that, and give me some engagement with someone who wouldn't normally have talked.
You have to do that in a short. Purposely mistitle your subtitle in a short with mahjong.
Mahjong.
It's like a mahjong.
Suck a mahjong, bitch. You're being subtle. You can't be subtle. I can't read subtlety in a chat message as it's flying by. I did like the Hibiki Mahjong Soul event. That was a fun one. Tanbo gets to go to the lolly category. I'm not even gonna bother with that. It's funnier if the lollies are actual lolly characters.
Yeah, because she's just a younger girl. She's just a younger woman, younger girl either way.
Gender female, Setsuba.
She's getting down. She makes the list.
Granny on the list.
I say, it's funny. It's like Granny Lolly. They are really old. They're just tiny.
They've just shrunk again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the anime have the MILF? Nah, I got the GILF. Granny gum shops. Oh, gross. Oh wait, there is some of the females in this one. Yoko Adnia. Yeah, what I do.
Yeah, she's kind of cute.
I will withhold judgment until I see.
I was gonna say, I assume. Although I just assume all the characters of the show probably are around the same age, but maybe she's playing as older.
She could be the mom. The last one was a grandma,
Maybe. Oh, does her last name line up?
I don't know.
Because I guess if the grandma's her mom, she'd probably be over 20.
That would make sense. This is actually 8 episodes? Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Token Ranbo.
Is this going to be a Netflix show or something?
Let's see real quick. TikTok, Twitter.
Doesn't say anything.
No. But it's Token Ranbo, so it's probably gonna go to Crunchyroll. Cause isn't that a Sony property?
Not sure. Is this from a game or something?
I think it's a older series, isn't it? Token Ranbu? Free-to-play collectible card game. Dolby Flash from China, Japan. Clone of Kantai collection.
Well, I guess that's probably Japanese then, but I don't know if it's Sony necessarily.
3 anime productions. Doga Kobo made the last one in 2016. It was licensed by Crunchyroll in North America.
I'll probably stay with them then, yeah.
It'll probably stay with them, be my guess.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah, that would be the assumption, if you know what I mean. Are they all dudes? I think they're all dudes. Big ol' sausagey party there. Didn't realize the Sign of Affection was over. Final episode felt like any other. Really? I thought the final episode was really a nice wrap up.
Yeah, I thought it was nice and cute. And
skipping the movie.
It didn't have anything big, super big wow moment, but it was nice.
Okay, how old are these girls in Rinkai?
Okay, I gotta check this real quick.
They're in that drawing style where the show could be we're 20 in college and trying to remember how to bicycle, or it's we're a middle school bicycle team. It's the type that goes either way, I think.
Yeah, I liked Mo Weepon, but those girls were all middle schoolers.
True. Whoopsies. Nana. Rinkai. Another exclamation mark. Really, we're getting all of our exclamatories in this season. You know, the bicycle anime was in the summer. Not Rinkai. No, Rinkai is in 5 days. It's called Rinkai. Rinkai. It's about bicycle racing. Nice. I'm glad Michael made it just in time to copy Geminire's joke from earlier in the stream. Post it like it was his own.
He thought he was cool for about 3 seconds until he brought it up.
Miko. I'm going to add Kinusa again because I don't remember if I clicked it. Okay, we got that one. Copy.
That is a very cute design. I like that.
Do you think they'll wear bicycle helmets or will they keep their heads exposed so they can maintain the design works?
I think having bicycle I think having bicycle helmets will work. Give them like little visors and stuff too.
Because they do bicycle helmets in Yowamushi Pedal.
They'll
But
probably
Yowamushi Pedal's like a
they'll
bunch
spend
of
plenty
funnily
of
drawn guys.
shows
so.
time off the bicycles, I assume.
Be my guess, yeah.
Yeah.
It was already planned. I knew it would be. Kumamoto. Copy image. Paste image. There we go. You're hoping there's a rain episode? There always has to be a rain race. Any racing show needs to add rain. Just like this weekend when the Formula One will probably have rain in Japan when they go to...
I was say these don't seem like very realistic bicyclists, because how many have you seen that are like endowed? They're usually always very, very thin people.
Not a lot of bicyclists, no.
'Cause, like, you have to carry as least amount of weight as possible.
Yeah, every ounce is another bit you've got to pedal.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would be funny to see a show like this where they're all like
Euro camps location based on names. Oh no.
I say like it would be funny to see shows that would just say like, yeah, we're gonna have a 8-way love triangle between all lesbians.
It's not a triangle anymore. It's a dodecahedron at that point.
The love octagon.
Are you man enough to step into the octagon?
And there's just no pretenses, like, you know, that's just how it goes. Just like they're at the Olympics, they're all going out with each other.
Gross. I think it was a comedian that was talking, but it might have just been like somebody on a podcast. It was like, of course, everyone has sex in the Olympic Village. We're trying to like create the most genetically superior humans of all time. Like, why would you not? I did do Kinusa. Okay, cool. Good. Ah, yes, the mommy character from the Mom is an Alien show.
Kimifuda.
Yo,
What are you talking about there?
Oh,
Sorry,
there's
I don't
this
have to say
book
if you don't
called
want
Things
to.
Fall Apart, and there's a character whose name is Akemi Fuda.
Is she?
No, and it's a little boy. So that was very inappropriate of you.
You're the one that brought it up.
You asked.
Thrown out.
I mean, we assumed that you abided by Sakura Khan rules, and you clearly didn't.
You've seen professional races going through certain cities in your entire life. Never seen thick girls on bikes. What? But fat bottom girls make the rockin' world go round. Oh, you gonna take me home tonight?
Yeah, but did you see the video of the lady who stuck a sign out in front of all the bicyclists?
What did the sign say?
I don't know, but she killed 18 people.
What?
I'm joking. They probably didn't die.
They probably.
Dude, sometimes those bicycle accidents, though, you're like, somebody's got to be dead in that thing. Because, like,
Yep.
the person in front will just eat shit, and then everyone else will just tangle up into their bicycle. And you're like, how is everyone okay? Like, how do they all get up and then get back on their bikes? This is wild to me. Nobody's calves are that big. Is that the person you saw at the convention? I missed it. E. E. Okay, these are. Do we have any parental characters in the show? What is okay? These are children, right? This choo-choo train or this bus one?
Yeah, they're all kids. They're
Yeah.
they're specifically under the age of 21, but also all of them are under the age of 18 as well.
And they all act like kids too, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pochi-san is so cute. So cute, the Pochi-san. Too many
Yeah,
requests.
it's a cute
Request it
girls-
again.
Yeah, it's a cute girls do cute apocalypse that destroyed the world.
Yeah.
Classic. Okay. We don't have a given age for our racing girls, but in most racing competitions that are professionally aired,
Yeah,
you
they're
have to
usually
be
adults.
at least 17. So we're gonna go with real world numbers here and just cross our fingers.
Okay, why are we tiptoeing around characters? I don't get it.
What do you mean?
You're doing
No,
this
it's just
for-
like we're not really gonna bother if they're like actually just they are just kids.
Because I have the lolly
I
category
mean, that's fine,
for
but
kids
if
who are like
the
little
show hasn't
kids.
even
and all.
aired, does it really like warrant a conversation about it?
Well, then say something else.
I think. Therefore, I am.
Oh, okay, great.
I don't think you think at all, so I don't think you exist.
Therefore, I am.
Therefore, you're not. That's directly what it implies.
High speed. Because here's the counter. Here's the reason it's worth talking about during the creation of the Waifu Tier List is if it's a show about a bunch of girls who are doing girly stuff around a bus in the future whatever, and at no point do they demonstrate any sort of waifu aptitude, then there's just no reason for me to bother putting them on.
I assume they're gonna have some
tier
like
list.
survival situations, but it's also they are just children.
It's less specific about the age because if you've been watching, I have been adding some 16s and 17s.
I have
And
not
more
been
just-
watching at all.
I'm not going to bother if it's like that's literally the point of their character is to be a little kid.
Yeah, we're not adding little shotas on the list either.
I'll send money to not talk about.
Are
like
you
that
sure
shit.
about that? Did we get to that show yet?
High speed. Kanata. Oh man, if that was Kaneda, it would do even better. Poa. I love how all of these high-speed characters look like VTubers or like gotcha characters. Like
They look
what-
like gotcha characters I wouldn't want to use. They're ones I'd want to throw away, immediately
what-
recycle.
what franchise like spawned this?
This is like a Love Live knockoff.
Sophia B. With the last name of Tokito. You're a good subscriber and sat through that stream. It's true. Don't worry, we're getting through it.
Which tree are you talking about, Alex? Are you talking about the one where they had the lolly debate?
Yeah, I think that's the one. No, we're not worried about it. Look at that hair. That's adorable hair, though. I will say.
Is that hair or is it just a bow?
It feels like they tied their hair up into a bow.
I think that is just a bow, the same color as the hair.
Why does it have like multiple strands though?
It's a bow.
I don't see hair coming off of it.
That is an anime-only character. They were not in the gacha game originally. They're like, well, we got to do this for the anime.
Yeah,
Alice Summerwood.
Western sensibilities.
The one with the Vincent, the Spectrum Wizard. Spectral Wizard. Spectral. Oh, there's a lot of characters for this one.
Nah, I think we can skip this one. She looks kind of low res.
She looks like the main character. So probably don't.
She does look a little like Rin, that's for sure. Maybe she's Rin's cheerleader.
Stepsister.
Oh, there you go. That's the one you bring in. The sister of the stepping. Hikari. Alice a Decepticon? I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't look. Did it say male? Oh, man. Gosh, these characters keep going. They change, too. Like, this person's is from this same show.
They can't even get a consistent picture on anything.
I think it's the difference between, like, the...
Is the anime shot versus, like, a promo shot.
Mm-hmm.
This is a character we care about. This one's not. Chances of me seeing a Garu IRL will be less than 1% of your trip? No, they will be 50-50.
It's either there or it isn't.
No. No, I mean, I legitimately 50%. I have, usually it'll be some sort of Harajuku Garu, but you will run into Garus if you go to Harajuku.
Mm-hmm. This character's literally 3 days old. You can't add them to the list.
I don't care.
Monster style one. But what if they're a robot that was made 20 years old looking 3 days ago?
That sounds illegal.
Spinial Fiend!
You passed them, by the way.
Who?
Me.
Wait, is me a kid or a girl? Female goblin. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, that's
Goblins
like
don't live past.
That's like
20.
Wait, is she? Wait, actually, she might not even be the main female character.
Emery Ferrado. Why doesn't it say Farisha?
Oh yeah, those are their slaves, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Alma.
Yeah.
Rubelia. Just like
All,
the disease.
They're goblins.
Goblins.
They act like normal goblins.
I
They have Rubelia and Rubilia. Interesting. Don't rate the female goblin. We don't want Vosh to coom.
Don't you want more Vosh dollars? You gotta rate her.
Don't talk to me, Guile. I'm about to coom. I'll rip my prayer beads out like I'm starting a lawnmower. Oh man, that animation.
You probably don't need to get free Monster 3 episodes. If you don't like the way it looks in episode 1, you can just drop it, Alex.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if it's like any good. I'll give it another chance.
I'm just assuming it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
We need Flash Gets to redo that animation with
Flash
Vosh,
Gets.
and with the hope that he'll get. Once I get caught on stream looking at this horse, I'm going to coom. You fell asleep on the first episode. Stop watching it. Your body was like, "We're not watching this, bitch," and it just knocked you out. That was the funniest part, I think, about the drop panel was some of the questions we got back, especially from that front row guy. I hope that front row guy is in chat one of these days. Front row guy from the drop panel, I'm looking at you. I want you to join this crew, because when you ask, you're like, but like, is that like, what if I do look at my phone while I'm watching a show? But it's, you know, like, maybe I want to still watch a show. I'm like, if you want to watch a show, bro. It's cool. But if you don't want to watch a show and you'd rather look at your phone, probably a good chance that you don't really actually want to watch the show.
Also, there is a point where it is actually the phone that's the problem, and you actually need to get that sorted out over everything else.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you could actually be enjoying the thing, but you just keep always going to your phone because of an addiction.
No, not that one.
Okay,
This
we're
one's
gonna be
for-
real.
this one's
She's
for
not.
you.
She's not even 1 year old. She's 14 days old.
Days old is like a year in
Our main character is also 14 days old. All these characters are the same age. All the goblins are the same age.
You know, I'm really getting short stock goblin vibes from a lot of these characters. So
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, the goblins do hit maturity after literally like 2 weeks.
they're just
"That's
like,
goblin."
14, boonk, and they just like,
Yeah,
I just like that the goblins are not ugly in the anime like they are in the manga.
they're uglier in the manga.
Way uglier.
Maybe I should check out the manga.
that'd be funny if you get back
The
to back
show
better
that
in the
has
manga.
the most phone checking last season was Metallic Rouge and Undead Unluck. That's true.
Yeah, bad shows.
Uh, 1-year-old, too old to be alive.
Guess I'll die. Oh, dang it, I messed up. Hold on. I need to go back. I've got to go back. This one
Didn't do the name right.
needs to be E.
Ow.
I was laughing too much at the
They're not even namers, just
ridiculousness. Yeah, so this one's E.
I mean, I guess this is all just nicknames for the characters. Oh, it's because the dude just named them Gob and then a sound. So it's actually Gobkichi, Gobby, Gobme, Gobru.
Gob me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
yeah. That's why her name's Me. It's because they removed the gob.
Yeah, because they evolve, I think. So no longer Gob, they're Hobgobme.
Are any of them Gobnob?
No.
Dang it. Emery. Manga isn't canon, it was a book first. Wait, which one was a book first? This one? The Gob Remonster?
Cool. Well, I'm assuming the book is also bad because every form of this has been bad.
Blaine and Angry Canadian, one of my fabricators, is going to Tokyo for 12 days on Monday. Amazing.
Good. Hope he has a good time.
Send in my DMs. I can help.
Yeah, if they want any tips, send them Blaine's way.
Crazy places he should go. He's 23 and never left Canada. Yeah.
There are a lot of brothels in Japan, yeah.
Take them to Ohio.
Muscle Girl Bar. Muscle Girl Bar is a great time. Also, just maid cafes are fun. No, they aren't tasty. The food sucks. Who cares? It's fun to go there.
Definitely go look for ones that have like good experience. Have you had any that were like really fun other than like the Muscle Girl bar you liked?
What?
I'd probably put the Muscle Girl bar under like a maid cafe style thing. Because they're going for like the entertainment.
I've never disliked a maid style cafe.
Okay.
Clark, there was nearly nothing good about the first episode.
What's a fabricator? A person who makes things. Like they fabricate. Usually if someone says I'm a fabricator, it's usually machining and welding.
Yeah. Andrew Clark, you tell us what's good about Remaster. What did you like about it at the start?
Local vodkas. You don't want local vodkas in Japan? Ugh. All you want is that.
Well, you see,
that Japanese whiskey.
Andrew Clark read it, so he was able to imagine a better fight scene.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't see the hot ass that we saw.
And we're not talking about the goblins.
Yeah.
He imagined a hotter ass than you could have ever seen.
Just pull up the arrows from the theme song.
Yeah, just like the opening of the show. It's supposed to have like the best animation because you're going to repeat it like 12 or 13 times, right? Like you can easily pour extra money into that to make it look nice. It's like a good promo for your show. The music choice was kind of bad. I did not like the music choice. Like we could start with that. But the animation was also just very poor. The animation didn't look good in any of it in the opening, like the OP.
Mm-hmm.
One particular part I noted was Me, I think it was the MI girl, Me, the goblin.
Yeah.
She had a crossbow, and when she started shooting her crossbow, arrows just came out from everywhere. It didn't come from her crossbow. It just appeared directly in front of her. I don't know why. That's how it was. If liberal likes it, you know it's terrible. Definitely not worthy of being in our bio-Leninist future.
Banished former hero.
Another terrible show.
Banned farm.
He was banned for raping.
Yeah, I would put it as bad, not the worst. Like quite specifically, that's how I'd put it.
Beatrice.
But honestly, if you don't care at all about the animation, you actually might enjoy it.
So it's a good dinner show, but not a good watching show.
Yeah, maybe. I need to check it out yourself. That's just how I would say it. I'm not going to keep watching it, though.
For sure.
So I'm not really going to be able to give recommendations somewhere.
Andrew
Clark, you could post stuff in the Discord when you're not working, too. You can, like, post your takes on, like, whatever. Like,
hey, let him work.
Manga, anime. You can talk about this stuff in Discord.
Gavi, gotta work.
That's why we have a Discord, too, so you don't have to do it during stream.
But he's working.
I don't think you understand. He's working. And when he's done working, he's going to be driving.
I don't want to go to work. To
be fair, though, my favorite part is he says working, please wait. Like,
yeah, he'll get back to us.
He's like, 1 second, I got to take this. Boss, I really got to go yell at this asshole on the internet who thinks this show sucks, but I know the show is good for these reasons.
Also, I haven't watched the show yet. I'm actually basing it on the fact that the manga was good.
I read a book, actually. It wasn't even the manga.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you read a light novel.
Damn it, Clark, I just need you to...
Damn it, Clark, you're the best I got. I need you on the floor.
I imagine that he's using like an actual like car phone, not like a cell phone in his car. Like Like the kind that's built into an old Mercedes.
It's an actual phone. It's an actual phone attached inside the car.
Hold on, car phone. What's the name of the muscle bar you went to? Muscle Girls Bar.
I watched episode 1 twice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. I'm
You
glad
have
you
to,
are
you
rewatching a
have
show
to
before
make-
it's even had a second episode.
You have to book ahead of time. It's literally called Muscle Girls Bar, and it's in Ikebukuro. But they might have other ones.
I was gonna say, it's like, was it 6 yen
soon.
as 5,000?
It was, yeah, 5,000 yen or whatever. So this explains how it works. There's one, there's a new one, I think. Let's see, access. Oh, maybe it's in same area, just new air, like new building in that area. I'll send this to you. I'll DM this to you right now. How far ahead booking? I think we did because we were gonna go and then we saw that it needed a booking, so we booked it for because we were in Tokyo and then we would come back to Tokyo to leave. So we booked it for when we were gonna be back in Tokyo. So like I think a week. As far as you know, they let you do it. Yeah, keep it simple.
Do expound later.
Instagram. Muscle Girls 666 is their Instagram, FYI. If you want to know what it's going to be like when you go to the Muscle Girl bar, you can see all of their Instagram stuff at Muscle Girls 666. Just make sure you work out before you go so you can be more muscly than they are. For explode?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, she's one of the characters I actually saw in the first episode. Yeah, she was the knight for the princess that the main character rescued.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell Stu their Instagram handle. Oh, he'll learn it.
Yeah, it was funny because his heal spell is a time reversal spell or something like that, I believe.
Oh, he heals like My Hero Girl does.
Yeah, like a time reversal thing, and she noted that, or the princess noted that he healed her armor.
So I blamed out the workout shit. It's true.
She's like, she didn't understand how that worked. And then he healed their wagon.
Football and hockey player. He's in good shape. Good. Yeah, every time I look at my gym shorts, I'm like, ugh, look at that.
Oh yeah, like Hero
Get back
Girl
out there,
is also.
dummy.
I don't remember how it works. I know that our dude reincarnated. I'm pretty sure it's a good bit after. It's like set a good bit after he died, like hundreds of years or something. And it's the Kira Girl is like the hero, so she's very strong. She's like the strongest character aside from main character who has all of his old abilities from when he was the hero.
Gotcha.
Because of course he can't have anything. He can't have anything to stop him from being OP character.
Yeah, he can't have shit.
Mito. Oh, this is gonna be Leon's favorite, isn't it? Vampire dormitory with
No, there's a woman in this one.
what is one female and a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, that's too many women.
No, he needs to have someone he can like relate to.
As a
Self-insert
as the focus of
character for him.
affection.
Yeah.
Oh, she's an orphan. Okay.
Orphaned at a young age.
Disguises herself as a boy. He's gonna love this show.
Oh my goodness.
In the last one, I believe Andrew Clark's talking about the main character's from a different world. I didn't think he was. I'm not 100% sure if that wasn't.
Mugeto.
I just didn't catch if that was a thing or not. It seemed like it was the same world to me.
Oh, this Kaide Hondo person has multiple voices this season. Have they done stuff previously, or is this sort of their from 2015 to present? Okay.
I was gonna say it could be stuff just kind of gets lumped together. Stuff gets pushed back.
Aiko from
Yeah, I do agree, Andrew. The
Coleman.
show is bad. I bet you don't know what to think about that now, do you?
Kidna.
Oh my god,
Okay.
she's literally Coney. Actually, she's not.
Sakura from
Yeah, she has a good
Zombieland.
number of side character roles.
Mm-hmm.
Always a side character, never a main.
Well, she has a main
Sad.
right there.
Yeah,
That's the main character right there.
Which
A
one?
Zombieland Saga.
and before.
Oh,
right?
Sakura.
Yeah.
Kaide Honjo.
Oh yeah.
And Senpai from Magical Senpai.
Well,
Yeah, like
Oh.
you'll definitely see people get more roles when they do a lot of side characters because obviously you have just less lines to do.
Oh my god, they're Pony from My Hero.
Yeah,
Kazune
she
Aoba.
she's probably said less than 10 words as pony.
Pony.
At least 3 lines, probably.
Yeah. She might have
Alright.
literally just made like grunting noises in one of the seasons.
No, I think she had a whole fight. I don't know.
No, that's what I mean. It's like one of the seasons, so she might not have even said anything. She was just there.
Knee.
That would be funny, yeah.
Okay, this
Because
is
I'm
the
sure there are
worst.
characters that are like that in My Hero. Like, there's so many characters that there has to be ones that don't even say anything, even if they can speak.
Is this an actual like German like female name? Mrs. Schnee.
I believe that's a real name, yeah.
Schnee.
I don't know if it's a female name, though.
It reminds me of Smee from the Disney. Oh God, what's the guy's name? Doesn't get older.
The surname Schnee is of German origin and means snow, so it's
Peter
much
Pan,
more
that's what it
considered a
was.
surname instead of a first name. So, what was her other name? You open that one back up? Because it could be using the Japanese spelling, and that's actually her last name. That would make more sense.
Let's see. Her name is Schneereiser.
It could go either way, yeah. It's hard to say. But I assume her first name is Schnee. Yeah. It's just a little bit weird.
Created by Shin early in the game, Schnee was modeled by combining Shin's preferences. Due to her association with high humans, she was revered by the inhabitants of the world.
I'll be checking out Newgate at some point, I guess.
Okay.
It didn't look like a horrible show, so it'll be one that I'll give a shot.
Jemmy made a joke
There's
about
very few shows I haven't given a shot.
the Pony Girl doing English, and I had to look it up to confirm, but she is American.
Oh, the character, yeah.
Yeah, the character. So she probably did.
Is she like a foreign student, or she only show up from like American episodes?
No, she's going to school at UA.
Okay, so yeah, she is like a transfer student, basically.
Mhm. Exactly. She's Japanese descent, but she is like American.
Yeah, mixed.
No, like she was raised there and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, expat more so.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy it isn't a Korean name. I think I finally figured it out. With the Chinese and Korean, and my brain just kind of being like, I'm not sure I like this whenever I watch like a manhwa anime or
Yeah.
the Chinese court anime, because I really enjoy some various Korean dramas or Korean like live action stuff or game shows and things, but they're all speaking Korean, and hearing the Korean name while they're speaking Korean is fine, but hearing the Korean name while they're speaking Japanese, I think it's weird for my brain. There's like a dissonance that forms there. And same thing with Chinese, where like I'll watch like kung fu stuff from back in the day, and you've got, you know, people speaking Chinese and then saying a Chinese name, and like the accent and everything just matches with what the name is supposed to be so much more. I really do think it's some sort of weird vocal dissonance that I'm like not having, like I'm not enjoying. I'm gonna try maybe find a like a Chinese dub or maybe a Korean dub next time one of those comes around. See if I can fix it. Kung Fu movies are great. Oh, some of the best. Some of the best. And it's like you could watch Drunken Monkey or some of those classic Jackie Chan's. Those are good. The different dragon films from Bruce Lee. And then you get into like Jet Li and you've got some really good stuff. Chow Yun Fat has some good shows. Like the newer stuff, like Ip Man, still really good. Like it's such a universal genre that just keeps getting better and better as it goes through the years, but maintaining the same sort of philosophy throughout, which I think is the important part. I feel like there was a time where like westerns, like cowboy films, stopped being the spaghetti western that was the classic Clint Eastwood and started being the Wild West was a little more chaotic and sort of not the best place that we like to make it. We tried to make it a little more grim, which was cool a couple times, but then it's just like, I don't know.
That's the only story they want to tell. It's the gritty, no good men situation.
Yeah. Becomes less exciting, whereas like with kung fu movies, like they remain just classic. Guy who knows some sort of technique fighting an entire village worth of like angry police soldiers who are trying to stop him from paying his taxes.
I think that's something a lot of like filmmakers that have watched a lot of stuff miss, is that people like heroism. Seeing somebody who's a bad person or someone who has been a bad person become a hero is very exciting. Seeing somebody who is just a good guy save the world or whatever is exciting. It's much more satisfying than seeing just some fucked up place where there's no good people. It's just not a place you want. It's not a reality you want to believe in.
Right.
Exactly. Stuff like
that. Alex Moore, we are in the same boat. Technically, I have not seen the 2019 Ip Man movie. I've only seen the first 3. Yeah, Iron Monkey is seriously one of the best. Fearless by Jet Li, one of his favorite movies.
Who stars in Iron Monkey?
Hold on.
I've never watched it.
Do.
Looks like Donnie Yen is in it. I don't think he's the main character though. Yeah, the Iron Monkey is.
Guang Yu.
Yeah, the main character is an actual stunt guy. Looks like something like that.
And Donnie Yen. Donnie's fun though.
Yeah.
Shi Quan Yen. I forgot he was in it. Fist of Legends is a good one too. What's the is it just called Forbidden City? What was that one? Not Forbidden Kingdom. No, not that one. The old movie. Yeah, I'll look it up later. I just remember I remember an older one that like started in the Forbidden City. Gets his hair cut and he leaves. I don't even remember what that one was.
Imagine losing to a sign. Well, I guess I shouldn't even say it, losing to a sign. Imagine losing to a piece of cardboard. The European racing scene will never recover.
It just fucks everyone up.
They all go down.
It just takes one, too.
Mm-hmm.
How does that first guy die to a sign?
Get out of here. Wow.
How do you do that?
What the fuck?
He just dies to a sign.
Dude, that other guy runs over his face too.
He deserves it too.
Oh, the whole the funniest part too, I think, is when you look at the Peloton all fall over, it kind of falls forward. Like, so this guy goes down, hits this guy tries to go around him, right? But then it starts this cascade, and because everybody's moving forward, it actually hits these people that are towards the front.
Yeah.
See, like they're like past the accident,
hit
and they
by
still end up
people
falling
behind
over.
Oh man, this is why NASCAR is better than
NASCAR's better than
sport.
bicycles for sure.
Yeah, better than any European sport.
Dude, Formula E even has sort of a peloton because everyone just sort of trails, but even then it's way more fun to watch.
I say, you know, soccer gets a pass because South America likes it too.
It's the only reason.
Yeah.
Physics in action, yeah.
Hmm.
You kurumi ronko mika mueka Tadashi. Shuchi tame. Copy. Bump. You.
Man, way too many characters.
We're adding all the characters, Michael. All of them are getting on here.
Oh, you just all of them except like the train girls. Just all of them though.
Which of the train girls is your waifu that you want added on, Michael?
I want hamster grandma added.
She's literally a hamster. Not like we're not talking like a furry character. She's literally just a hamster.
Yeah. You got a problem
Michael,
with that?
are you going to marry a hamster that's gonna die within like 5 years?
You got a problem with that?
Yeah. That's bestiality, Michael.
I'm only in it for the insurance money.
There is no insurance companies anymore. No, there's no money anymore. It's dead. The world's over. The world's fucked.
It's okay. I'll find a way.
God, you would pick the most own a hole shaped animal too.
That's the only animal I could remember that was a woman.
The toucan. Do you not remember the toucan?
That sounds terrible.
I didn't remember the toucan. But that one sounds worse.
Dun, 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 da, da, dun, dun.
Look, they're all gonna turn to animals.
I think Michael
eventually.
deserves to get talked to. That's what I'm feeling.
They're
right
all
now.
gonna turn to animals eventually. Does it really matter who?
Yeah, that's why we're not having any of them on the list.
Putting Moeka.
So you're saying you wouldn't put?
It's like a Moe Cloaca.
So you're saying you wouldn't put like a character with cancer on this list? Is what you're saying?
Nah, I'd put cancer characters on this list. I would. Yeah, I know a specific character with cancer I'd put on this list. Yeah.
How's that different from terminal hamster grandma?
Human? I don't think that's really hard to answer.
Yeah, but it took you a minute. You had to think.
No, I didn't.
Really makes you think, you know.
I wasn't thinking. I was like, do I want a human or not a human? No, I want a human.
Human. Yoko. There's a lot of Yokos lately. There's 2 on this list alone, plus last season. Seasonal waifu Shinobu. Oh, I should go back and do the repeat seasons, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I always like Arknight's April Fool's stuff. The one they had this year was like a little was a little cat girl who's a streamer, and she is a 1-star unit, which means she cannot be promoted, so her stats are insanely low. She doesn't have any skills. 1-star units don't have skills they use. They only have passive abilities. And her passive is that she grants extra attack to other allies based on her own attack stat. Her attack stat is 122. which is really low, and she only grants 10% of that. So you can grant a whole 12 plus 12 attack to any
so bad.
to units in range.
That's
She
rough.
has 12 attack. By the way, good units like guards with a lot high attack, usually those guys start about 700. So at best, you're increasing a unit's attack by about 2%. So yeah, this is like purposely a mean character.
Mm-hmm.
Cat girl Nathan.
Unico.
Also, her second
God.
ability makes her worse because it is less likely to be attacked after being deployed for a certain duration. Stuns other units, including your operators, within range, her attack range, where she actually gives their attack buff, for 7.5 seconds. So that even deployer, she stuns all of your units.
Oh, that reminds me. My favorite part of the Sammy G Sitch and Adam comic was that you can see me in the background shoving Dev into a locker.
Why?
I just because it's like in a high school or whatever. She just needed to like fill out like the background, so I got to shove Dev
that's
into a
good.
locker. I was
That's
like,
perfect.
yes,
Yeah. He earned it.
suck it, Dev.
We know what you are.
Chaser.
Unfortunately, Dev like always goes to bed. Otherwise, I would invite him. Because he's like East Coast Canada and he gets up early, so he's like never awake. Like if he is awake around like the 7 to 9, that's like he's in bed scrolling Twitter.
Falling asleep. You can hear him now from inside the locker. This character is strange. I don't think they're going to get very high on the tier list.
I don't know. They're of legal age, so
They have that. They got that face that tells me they're just annoying.
First they open up when I look at Twitter.
they have the hair to tell me they're annoying.
The hair, yeah. This character could go either way. This sort of face style, I could see that being a really annoying character, or I could see it being a surprisingly deep character.
What'd you say, Storms?
As I say, yeah, first thing yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah, first tweet I see when I open Twitter, this one, linking. Just probably should take a look at the post responding to too. And
Women be like, "You're right about everything, but you were too blunt, so we will continue to dissolve society." Literally, children. You said the first the real one is responding to.
Yeah.
If we want to stop driving women away from the right wing, we need to stop talking to women like they're men.
That's where it's coming through. It's really quiet.
But being in their
Okay,
prime
yeah.
in their 20s. Now, these are both sentiments that I actually agree with. However, and this is a PSA for all men on the right wing, we really need to work on our delivery of our messaging to women. There is a reason why women are leaning more towards liberalism and men are leaning more towards conservatism. And there is a reason why men are drawn more to that Andrew Tate-esque style of commentary and women are averse to it, because guess what? Men and women are different. Now, I completely agree with all of these sentiments of women should be mothers as soon as possible. They should stay at home with the family as opposed to being in corporate life. I agree with the sentiment that birth control is bad for us, it's bad for our brains, and it changes our physical and mental structure, essentially. I do agree with the sentiment that we need strong men in society and that feminism is a lie that a lot of women have fallen for. I agree with all of that, but to every single right-winger who is talking about these issues, I notice this pattern where they try to talk to women like they talk to men. And that's why we're losing a lot of women in the right wing. Because guess what? Women aren't men, and you can't talk to women the same way you talk to men. When it comes to men, you can do the Andrew Tate style, like be very bold, be very assertive, be very upfront, because that's
What
what
is
men
what is your
understand, and that's how you
recommendation,
do have to
Hernandez?
talk to men. You just have to
What
be
would
super
you? What do you mean? Like I just. Oh my gosh! Like.
It's like, what is your recommendation? Okay, you're saying it's like, don't do this, don't do this. It's, okay, you're right. Don't do this though. You're right about this. You are correct. But what is your prescription? You need to actually give something back, because like, you need to have like, you are a woman. How do you not have an idea yourself? And I believe this is in response to earlier today. I saw it was like Ashley St. Clair or something saying that right wingers are going to lose on the birth control issue, and she's like talking about birth control pills or whatever. And it's like, but I mean, you agree though entirely. Like you said yourself you agree that birth control is bad, but you're upset that other people are pointing it out, because she herself has said the same exact thing in terms of like, we should probably get rid of birth control. It's bad. It's like, you were spouting this opinion yourself, and now you're getting upset that somebody else is saying it. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, does she want us to talk to them like they're retards? Yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
She wants to talk to them like they're retards. Yeah, I just here like work on your messaging so that it'll work better for women. Okay, cool. But that doesn't mean you can't talk strict and hard with someone, right? Like you can still be straight, direct, strict, and hard, but like maybe use things that they're more interested in. I like the disc profile. I was talking with someone about that this week. There are some people that are high D. They're very direct. They're very like, we want to do this, we want to do that. There's people that are more social creatures. They want to see how something affects their family. And so like people have different things that they care about more, and you should speak directly to what they care about more, but you should still be able to speak directly to someone. You shouldn't have to like sugarcoat or like cover up or like go around whatever the main point is. You should be able to say your main point, and perfectly valid to say like, okay, hey, this is what women care about more as far as conservatism goes, so maybe focus more on the family, focus more on these things. But the idea that you should soften your speech is wild to me.
Yeah, I think generally having more families and doing things to push more families is positive for the conservative movement. I think that's probably the best way you can get to women too, because if something changes in a person when they have kids, like
I think something changes with
90%
everyone when
of
they
the
have
time.
kids.
Yeah, like 90% of the time, they'll change your priorities a lot, and you'll start thinking about things you didn't before.
Yeah, like Kanyeism.
Kanyeism.
Kanye.
I'm only gonna bother with the only
Nice.
waifu of this series that we know of.
Like ancient.
I'm looking at 2.
There's a second one.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
worth-
just more female characters. So I'm looking at.
Oh. I was like, why add anyone else to this competition when it's probably gonna be taken away by Supernatural busting?
Yeah, but I mean, the other one might get into A tier too.
More like
knows?
A cup.
Oto Manami Shizuku.
By the way, my screen is lagging behind a fuck ton, so I'm reacting to shit like from minutes ago.
Why is your thing so bad, Michael?
I don't know.
Went the nuclear route, so I guess I'm a villain. Yep. Welcome, fellow villain. This one's got a fun character. I'm gonna add this one. We'll see.
She looks like she's a villain.
Something about that eyes. Them eyes, they get me. Liberalism isn't dichotomous to conservatism. Wait, did someone say it was?
I don't
I don't think anyone said that.
It was probably in reference to something we said, but I'm not exactly sure. I need a little more context on that.
I mean, I think I was specifying the idea of conservatism in the modern American lingual sense, not in the monarchical sense, because I don't believe in monarchical conservatism.
Yeah, you damn monarchist.
We're not
Okay.
talking about radicals. I would consider a monarchist a radical.
Can I fit Gramp and Gran on this? No.
Okay, yeah.
We're just gonna call this
he's
one
talking
the
about
G&G
Hernandez.
show, and we're all gonna know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about in reference to Hernandez.
Oh, clip person. Okay. Okay. Ein, Shozo, Mino. Whoops, why did I pick Shozo?
I have a feeling a
Kaide.
lot more of the characters in the show are gonna age back.
Yeah, it feels like they've got more than just the main ones here.
Yeah. Interesting to see what happens with this. Because I thought it was very cute.
Ein. Old caterpillar brows.
So you're gonna like take the pink and then extend it back, and then you're gonna just drop her on front of it.
No.
Because I was just noticing her picture wasn't big enough.
Yeah, I noticed that. Maybe they should make their pictures bigger and they would get a better looking thumbnail. Look how tiny this one is.
Oh, that is their grandkid. That's why. Yeah.
Oh.
I think she's. I forgot. I think she's 15 or 16. I don't remember. I just put her on top.
You ever had anybody tell you if they're old enough to bleed, they're old enough to breed?
I've heard people say that. That's not my motto.
It terrified me the first time someone told me that in real life. I was like, what the fuck did you
Wait,
say?
like someone you didn't know?
I knew them.
Yeah. I don't remember how old she is because I know she's their grandchild, but I don't know how old her parents are or whatever. Close enough. Yeah, she could be another old person. I don't remember her character.
Kaide!
That might actually be her mom. Yeah, that might be their kid.
Okay, well, we will.
Because it could be like the Yoshika and that girl are the in between the child and like step or I guess son-in-law.
She considers liberals as different to conservatives. Oh, well, yeah. If someone in modern America is talking about liberals and conservatives, they're of course talking about like
Democrats
the
and
left
Republicans.
versus the white, Democrats, Republicans. Like it just because in online spheres we're like, well, we're all liberal, we all have liberal values, doesn't mean that we can't use the shorthand that everybody else uses.
You better add every character for Blue
I
Archive.
just saw the list. I gotcha.
You gotta add them all.
Blue
I can
Archie.
name all of them for you.
Blue Archie.
Especially Arona.
No.
Nope, they're
I
gonna
guess you can add her, but she's going in the lolly category.
obviously, but you gotta add her. Got it.
Yoshino, also lolly. Ina, also lolly. How many?
Sensei. It's a dude.
Oh, yeah, he's the player character.
Yeah, add Sensei, but use
Yori
the,
is also a lolly.
Is this gonna be one of those? Did you watch
Mitsuki
the
is a lolly?
there was a
I
gun
don't
girl
think it's actually a
one
lolly style.
where the
Haruka
main
is
character
a
was the
lolly.
dude.
Yeah, I mean I played Blue Archive, so I know his characters pretty well.
What was the what was that show? It was so funny. Like, welcome, new captain. We're ready to be taught by you, and like all the girls like kind of
Is it
represent
like-
guns, but they're not really.
Oh,
like,
you mean Girls Frontline?
is that the one it was? There was
Yeah.
an anime a year ago or something like that.
Yeah, I think it had an anime because all the girls are based on a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rona.
The lazy
like
wording
Arona.
is getting
She's-
us in trouble
she's
now.
a fun character.
She's very fun.
Yeah, she is a nice character.
I don't think it is in your everyday life
I don't think people are gonna get misunderstood on that.
because in your normal life, with normal humans, when you talk to them with your words coming out your mouth hole, usually they will equate the right with libertarian, and that leads you to no confusion, and no one says, "Oh, you like conservative value? You're a Republican. You must want a king." Like nobody thinks that in everyday life. That's just
Nobody thinks that unless you're a Brit.
That's
that
just
likes
British
the monarchy.
people.
Like, yeah, we're not British.
or people from British colonies like South Africa.
America.
Yeah, I was gonna say Australia, and apparently Canada likes having a king. They just like having a tyrant. That's what they vote for.
It's their favorite.
Serica. I don't know. It's hard to say for Serica because, yeah, she's like a tsundere.
She okay.
Japanese guy with terrible gun opinions. I'm shocked. Wait, which one?
He's talking about Gun Gale Online.
Just want my beer and sports ball. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm gonna get a cup holder for my lawnmower. I'm gonna change the game this summer.
We gotta go to town.
I need to get not New Balances. I need the Nike. What is it? The Nike Monarchs. That's what I need.
It's funny. Hoshino Lolly, also, she's 18.
Yep.
Actually, one of the oldest characters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So one of your drop show requirements playing a character that says terrible firearm knowledge? Not usually, because I've had customers ask me for beams.
I don't think I would consider any of the characters in Blue Archive except for Arona to be actually childlike.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It clearly plays to like Lolicon sensibilities in terms of like the character designs they like.
Look, okay. Look.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that one with the black long hair.
Karen. Or are you talking about somebody else? Not
I wasn't
like
talking about the one. I was talking about. Fuck! I need to look up their actual name. I always forget.
Is it one of? I was gonna say I forgot the. It's the same house as Aru. Same house as Aru.
Yeah, but she's not playable.
Oh,
The one with the geisha.
Okay, yeah, that one. She's like 17. She looks like she's 25. Yeah.
You're about to see it.
You're about to see
There we
it.
go.
She looks like
Ping, ping.
and that's just how the game works. Like all the characters are between 15 and 18.
Oh no, I was
And-
talking about
Got
It's
that
not-
green beam. That's a streamlight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. Like she
Okay.
has like the Elvira dress.
Okay, it makes absolutely no difference because they're still rated for the caliber, but anytime somebody puts a clearly a pistol light on a rifle, I just laugh. The people do this all the time though. They'll take the pistol light and they'll stick it on the top and they'll just hit it with their thumb. It's so funny. It works fine. It works great. I will laugh at you when you do that. So just know it. Yeah, I've had all sides of customers. I've had the customers asking for them beams. I've had the customers who spend thousands of dollars to take an ounce off of their rifle as far as weight balance goes. And just at the end of the day, as long as someone's willing to pay me money, I don't care if they tell me they need to buy some clips or if they want magazines. I'm like, sure, give me money. Take material. Call it whatever the hell you want to call it if it's green.
Okay, I forgot about the game development club. Those ones are kids.
Those ones are children.
Yeah, they are.
I was gonna say I forgot about those. They're kids.
All of them are.
Also, I found this because I was looking at Pixiv, so I wanted to send this to you. I think it was Aru. It was
Dude, I looked up Kisaki Blue Archive, and the first thing that popped up was the copy pasta.
okay, Kasaki. That was what her name is.
Yeah, Kisaki.
Yeah,
That's what I
because
said.
I that's who I was thinking of, but I forgot her name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like Kisaki.
Yori. Liberalism. It's all sin. Liberalism, libertarian. Sure thing, bro. Just buy the goods. That's all I need. I
That's
have one
great.
calling in this
I
world,
know,
and
right?
it's to
It's so
sell
good.
things to people. Although I might, we'll see if this summer, since I'm still, like everyone knows, waiting on parts for the food truck and for it to get signed off on. It looks like it'll be a lot easier for me just to like sign up for a temporary food license to do the like the farmers markets around. So I might start doing that. So depending on how that goes, like Tuesdays or Thursdays or like kind of whatever day of the week that ends up being, those usually go until 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll help you get
could affect
started.
start time.
I was gonna say more so, I'll help you get started so you can get more used to like doing this thing and going out there, doing your cell, getting your cook on.
Yeah, it'll be nice just to get out there and actually start doing a thing that brings me in money rather than just spending money these last 2 years.
Yeah.
Been a huge pain in the ass. Fuck.
It never
Just
ends.
for you, Andrew.
Blue Archive never ends.
It doesn't. The tabs look like they end, but the second I exit out of the last tab, a new one will appear with another character that they just developed.
Have you added Asuna and Karen yet?
No, I don't think we've gotten there.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, Kyoko, it's funny. She's like, she's the one you think is younger. She's 18.
yeah.
Haruka, yeah, she is. She is younger.
Look at her little like sawtooth on the top where the pick rail
Yeah, she has
should
a
be.
shotgun. Yeah,
Isn't that cute?
it is really
Mhm.
cute.
Why the saw though? Like, what a goofy bit.
Well, Blue Archive is a game first and foremost, Alex. So, I mean, if you want to play the game, you might like it.
What do you how does the game work? Because actually my neighbor was telling me,
The game
he
is
was like,
very
I
simple.
play Blue Archive the mobile thing. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
basically plays
basically-
itself, but you can activate
Yes.
abilities. They'll like run across the map shooting things.
Each character will have active abilities, especially the higher rarity ones. And then you will also have 2 backline characters that are specifically used for either big support buffs or big screen clears, stuff like that. And each character will have different archetypes in how they play. Like, some will be focused on dealing boss damage, some will be tanks, some will be healers, blah, blah, blah. You basically have a little auto-battling squad RPG. You can have all the abilities go automatically, or you can choose to do them manually, and you'll get more out of them when you do it manually. You can usually, or I would say the gameplay is usually close enough to compare it to Azure Lane.
That only helps if I've ever played Azure Lane.
Yeah,
I mean, Azure Lane, it's a little bit more manual.
I
I
would
think it's
compare.
pronounced Azure Lane.
No.
Yeah, I say Azure.
Okay. What do I call this? I'm gonna call this one Appraise.
I think Aristocrat would be better.
I'm calling it Appraise. Ars Luvent, Charlotte Wraith, Rosal Kish, Licia Played.
Yeah, we'll let you know if other characters show up in the Blue Archive anime.
I'm sure you will.
I'm assuming
fam.
Austin and Karen have to show up. Like,
There are characters you see early, so yeah.
Ars Luvent is a man.
Yep,
Charlotte Wraith,
she got the bazongas.
not a man.
like obviously, if it follows the game, it's gonna be like all the squad leaders first. Yeah.
She's blind just like me, Autoist here. Shut Charlotte.
Fate Stay Night Unlimited Lock works.
Mm.
Like John Locke.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the joke before you explained it, Michael.
Look, I just got the joke.
Remember, he's like on a 5-minute delay mentally.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to deal with.
Mentally, physically,
He copes every day that he can.
visually. I got a 5-minute delay on my monitor. Yeah, I'm still getting kills in Rainbow, man. Still getting them kills.
Have you ever thought of not playing a game that's destroying your laptop while you're trying to watch a stream?
Oh, I literally do nothing but watch a stream when I'm on my laptop.
Otherwise, that's what happened. Otherwise, we're boned.
Okay.
Man, I can't have shit.
Your computer won't let you.
I can't even watch that video Jemmy linked like 10 minutes ago.
I'm delayed. Cognitively. Cognitively delayed. This hair looks like a helmet bit or like a hat.
Oh, another Marcial.
Actually, it's Mario. There's no C in this one. Fam. Okay. Fam has a female voice actor. Do we just assume lady?
You can add him.
We'll add him.
That's a dude. It's got to be a dude.
That's a man.
That doesn't look like a woman.
We're
It's
gonna
voiced
need
by a
trailer
woman.
for that tier.
Yeah, we've seen that one before.
What's up, Lucifer? Welcome back. Yes, Pop did leave.
Why is Ronnie G telling Pop about his M-Preg finish?
That's a good question, actually. Doesn't Goku have a female VA? Yes, but there's a reason for that. Because when Goku was a kid, he had old lady VA. So it just they just like kept the job.
Yeah.
They just were like, well, you're the voice of the kid and you were the voice of the teen, so I guess now you'll be the voice of the adult. Now we have Grandma Goku as a thing that exists.
It is funny how Asuna started as a 1-star, but she was so popular they gave her a 3-star version.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that might be the funniest thing you've ever said tonight.
I don't believe that.
What do you mean? Why is it funny? What happened?
Because usually that doesn't happen quite like that. Usually the bottom tier characters everybody forgets about, but everybody loved her design so much and she got so much fan art. They're like, yeah, we could make a lot of money if we make her a 3-star instead.
And so they did.
Nice. Follow the market,
And
baby.
they did make a lot of money.
Yeah, and then they were like, okay, we're going to make Karen a 5-star, man. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I also hope Jellyfish is good. It looks great. And it's the style, right? Like the what I'm assuming will be a like coming of age girls story. Can be done very well that speaks universally, or it can be done in a way that speaks very much so just to a woman coming of age. So we will have to see.
Well, it all depends on if Bochi has pink pants or red pants.
It's a good question. What them Bochi pant colors gonna be? Dude, Tim is nothing but funny things. I love listening to Tim. This name's too much. May Kim Anouk Takanashi.
Just put Takanashi.
I'm just gonna put May.
No, we'll call her Takanashi.
May the Takanashi be with you.
May had too many names.
Too many names.
Actually,
friggin' Genshin Impact characters trying to compete in the waifu husbando contest, and they're like, my character's name is George Fifth, the Fourth, the
Also,
Gemini
they can't just
Tanaki
say.
Moshpot.
Also, like, why don't they just say their first name?
Yeah, like
They
everyone knows
say this like
Ganyu.
4-word title, and then they have 3 names.
Lord Baron, the Great Jigglypuff. It's like, who the hell are we talking about?
It's weird because all the girls have a single name, but all the guys have like triple names.
We have 3 Tims that visit at the same time.
This was trash.
God's game we play?
Yeah.
Trash to the point where we don't even bother?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not watching it. If anybody who actually watches the show and says, "Gotta have my wife on list," they can get it on. Until then, no.
Chillin' level 2. Then the weird color devices handle MPEG 1 and MPEG 2 really well.
Yeah, I remember reading MPEG 1 and MPEG 2 back in the day. It was pretty gay.
The only newer things I've ever seen are like lights or boom arms and stuff. So I'm unaware. Unaware.
I'm gonna fight Alex. You don't get to say "oh well" to those fans. Rip those fans. If you
Windows
didn't watch
CE device with a black and white screen can only play MPEG files. Probably. Oh, your little pocket, your little handheld device or whatever. Yeah, pocket PC. What what made you want to do this? Are you making a video for it?
Hey, we got Clark on.
Woo!
Soon.
Hurry, right as he gets on.
Quickly, Serranos, look up that one MPEG.
I'm bringing it back.
Quickly.
No, what are we talking about?
You know,
Oh,
MPEG.
Bartender was fun. I liked it.
That makes me happy.
Okay, I didn't actually know the one guy's name that our moderator was dressed as, right? Because his title in game is just Wanderer. And I thought I was thinking of somebody else because when I played Genshin, he was a long way out. So I just didn't know him at all because I kept up with characters that released a bit after that, and I didn't know any that weren't female after like a certain point. Because I don't care about their fan art, so I don't even look up their name.
I don't even know. Don't even care about their name. Watching Bartender after stream? Nice.
I don't know if you should, Alex. I kind of said that it was good. So
Yeah, I said it was good, so I guess you don't get to watch it.
yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, if we like something, you're just not gonna like it. Because anything we don't like means you have to defend it to the ends of the earth and send us Brandon videos talking about it.
In better review too. I was talking about sake crap. What? I was just talking about whiskey earlier. Goober.
I don't think bars in Japan use sake or like talk about sake at all. They just never do in anime.
It would be very strange to go to a bar in Japan and get any form of sake versus like any izakaya, you're getting sake all night long. Really anywhere else. Sake just flows everywhere else. As soon as you get into a bar, they're going to give you whiskey that they water down with either cold water or hot water. Sometimes fizzy water, but
That's getting a little bit fancy for a bar, if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
it's a little. I'm already carving the ice into a perfect sphere. You want your water to fizz?
Oh my god. Americans. Baka Gaijin.
Baka Gaijin. Sake must flow. Welcome, Andrew.
Hey, how's it going?
It's
How you
going
doing?
great.
So, it's really important about this discussion, what's going on with liberalism and conservatism.
No, I don't.
Hold
think
on.
it
What
is.
discussion?
It's real. No, well, okay. So
What
okay.
discussion with who? With what people in the world are having this discussion?
No. Okay, so you are correct in your assessment of like this is the common vernacular, but the common vernacular has become a problem, and maybe it always really was, and it's just that it's progressed to
where?
a certain problem. Well, in multiple areas, one of which is like with what is it? Have you heard of this? Like, have you heard of Bridge?
The game?
No. Sorry, it's this new like it's like a conglomerate or whatever. It's like this big group of companies that are like.
Oh no, they got him! They got him! No!
What do you mean they got him?
I don't know. His thing disappeared.
Who's they?
They Bridge. He named them. Their name is Bridge.
Fuck.
Oh, he's back. Okay, we got him.
Okay.
It's the Freemasons, man.
No, like Campbell's soup. Actually, it's funny enough.
Campbell's
Oh,
soup got him.
It's the big soup money's coming for you. Okay.
Yeah. No. Okay. But they want to. Okay. So like DEI is like toxic, right? It's
Yeah.
Sure.
you know, right. They want DEI on like every conceptual level of like the corporate structure. They want it in like not just hiring, not just like the makeup of the people, but they want it in like the production of like to be incorporated into like the production of the items. Like what is made, like how like
What does
The actual
that mean?
people on the factory floor should
what is that?
also be DEI inclusive.
not just your employees, but like the products you make, like and like. Oh, gosh, I had this explained to me recently today.
Well, so I
But you
guess
already
here.
forgot.
Oh no, he's gone again.
They got him. He's
Oh,
the fucking supers.
Bridge soup money got him. He's trying to build a bridge over the soup. Okay, here he is. He's back.
Andrew Clark, where are you calling this from? It's the soup
It's-
store, damn it.
It's
Soup got him again.
my web browser keeps crashing.
Yeah, apparently.
Like it literally is just crashing.
That is this why they crashed a boat into the bridge? Was to stop Bridge?
No, it's not. No, the point though is to properly like refute, like intellectually refute equity, right? These concepts. You need to understand, like we need to, like both the liberal left and the liberal right need to come together in order to reject both the illiberal left and the illiberal right. To not be sucked in and swayed by other ideologies, to understand that both the liberal right and the liberal left have a unifying, even when we disagree with each other, we agree more than we disagree. And
Here's your problem.
we can both
real
disagree.
quick, Stranos, real quick. So here's why I say don't really care, don't think it matters that we oh, he's gone again. Okay, I'm real sick of Bridge Soup taking him away because I would actually like to say what I want to say while he's on the stream, but I guess I can do it while he's off stream. We'll give it one more shot.
I'm gonna be getting a new phone.
Oh, okay.
Like there's one, there's one particular spot on my phone that's really warm, not like hot, but just warm compared to the rest of the phone, and I'm guessing it's like the
Andrew, just stop at my place on the way home and use my microphone. It'll be better.
Yeah, just go sit in his room and you guys can talk together.
Yeah.
Basic. So here's the deal. I don't think the words and definitions that you're using in this are as important as the idea and meaning. to get everybody to
Agreed.
agree that liberalism is a both sides thing, sure, we can do that. But saying having someone top down dictate what a place manufactures in a way that blends with some sort of whatever this new DEI initiative is, instead of following what the market forces are, will lead to the failure of companies, can be said without ever invoking liberalism, leftism, or rightism. So I don't have to talk about conservatism to say that this thing is a stupid idea. I can just say, idea stupid, and here's why it will cause businesses to fail. And if the businesses fail, then our system fails. And the only reason our system works is because it's so distributed that it can affect, or it can react to different areas quickly on the ground, as opposed to waiting for some sort of like, well, this is the new thing that's equitable for everyone.
I was gonna say is
Dang, he's gone again. I was so.
it doesn't
He's
matter
supposed to
for a
recruit.
lot of that there are a lot of Democrat liberals that should align with people that are liberals on the right in terms of Republicans, because they will still vote against things.
Well, and
But they
the biggest answer and reason why that argument works for both sides is because you will have companies that are highly, I will use the term Democrat in California and Oregon, New York, Washington, that will change the things that they're producing so that it is more equitable. And there will be companies in Wyoming that will not do that. And you can have that sub-locality that is able to react to what the people around want and need them to manufacture, in this instance, in a way that will work for whoever's around it. And the idea of trying to make somebody halfway across the country do the same thing that you're doing in your factories is just, it's useless, and it slows things down. And I can say all of that without invoking the ideas of liberalism, or without invoking the terms of liberalism.
I think you're missing a character from Seventh Prince.
Oh, was I?
Did you add the pink one
Let's see.
or the orange one? I don't remember the color, dude.
You're in general that works to the right, but I believe we need an argument the left can understand and agree with. But the left already calls themselves the Liberal Party, so you would be able to say, "Hey, Liberal Party." The idea is that people can do what they need to do.
Did you add Tao, or am I in the wrong here?
Yes, I added Tao.
Okay, my bad. Yeah,
You're good. Better to check than not.
I must have caught up.
Because here's the deal, right? The left wants people who are what would you say? Would you say that they want people that are disenfranchised or minoritized to have more access at this point?
They're
going to get access if they're the ones that have the money around the facility, and so the facility can make things that they need, right? They're going to be able to do that. The words are far less important than the ideas. Yeah.
Well, I would say the actions are the most important part. And, like, let's go top-down actions. What do people vote for? What are these politicians are voting for, supporting and doing? Right?
I don't think the actions mean bullshit most of the time.
I mean, I'm more talking about, like, the results of where we are and by who we're supporting. Politicians.
Yeah, I still don't think that matters. You'd have to show me that any sort of change or decision or anything comes from voting, or that the actions of the general populace actually cause like some new thing to happen, or I don't know. I don't even think that really matters very much.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you're looking to get changed, or what is it that we're trying to promote currently? Like, what is the goal here? Because just the general feel and sensation, the thing that people sort of like are talking about, can be a far more effective thing to get general sentiment sort of moving in a direction than like take Black Lives Matter. Like, Black Lives Matter, ultimately, like, hurts a lot of its own cause, bifurcates and
I mean,
divides.
I guess a lot of what Black Lives Matter does is actual action in terms of getting out there and being there. and doing things.
Well, I would argue 1% of Black Lives Matter is the action.
Yeah, but
Most of the
action
people
does
are people just
exist.
online
Yeah.
saying like, I support thing.
But still, the action that Black Lives Matter did get in terms of rioting did happen, and it caused things to change.
Problem is that the illiberal left has infected the liberal left by playing word games. You're not going to get them out of it by telling them that it's illiberal. Just not how it works. The only way you're going to get them out of that entire idea and theory is by telling them who those ideas hurt, showing them that they are causing pain and problems for an entire group of people.
Yeah, when but
it has to be a group of people they still care about. That's where, it doesn't matter.
And for basically everyone, when it causes pain to themselves, they do start to notice. You'll see that from types like people that are trying to get away from the left, like Anna Kasparian, right?
I would say that on average, though, the someone who is currently on the left is going to be much more willing to be hurt, be in pain.
That's true. Yeah.
Than someone who isn't.
It has to exceed a certain point. Like, it has to get to a certain point where it becomes too much.
I think it would be easier if you could find a group that it really hurts and say, hey, this entire philosophy is hurt. Like, if you said this entire idea of, we'll take DEI just to have a buzzword, DEI hurts black minority men. And you're like, wait, what? And then you can show in the stats that because you're trying to hire for this group, you're actually really disenfranchising and hurting this other group. That you would be able to really argue that better that way.
As far as I've seen from hiring stuff in terms of like these companies that put out their data on like where they're going with their DEI, a lot of it is going to foreigners or women. It's going to like white women, or it's going to somebody that's like from Mexico, somebody that's from South America, or somebody that's from India.
Yeah.
Like, it's not actually helping black people as far as I can tell in most situations.
Yeah, you would want to find...
Unless we're talking about a very local situation, like a big city that actually has a significant black population.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other way, too, is like, take immigration, right? They're like, oh, we need more immigrants who can come into this country. And it's like, well, we need to fix the system. They're like, well, what do you mean fix the system? We just need to let them in. It's like, okay, well, look at the way they're getting in now. And then they can't work. So they're basically, you're bringing them in and making them paupers. Like, you're ruining their life by letting them come in right now. So we need to fix the way this whole system works. So you can show and point to the fact that there's pain in the group that they're trying to help. That I think would be a much more useful way.
A lot of these economic migrants are not like skilled laborers. They're taking up low-skilled jobs that are reducing the value.
Most of them aren't taking up jobs, though. That's the problem.
No, I was gonna say the ones that do get their ability to work because of places that will allow it, like they'll get them their information they need, like their social security card, so they can actually sign up and get a bank account and go to a business.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that are going to be soaking up low-income jobs that's going to lower the value of labor. It's going to hurt all people that are working those jobs.
Yeah, you continue to hire on merit, but you get pressured on DEI shit. The other managers fold like cards. Yeah, it's again, you have to show that the DEI hire is not going to be capable, is not going to get it done. You need the toilets to back up. You need the roof to cave in for some people to think that it's going to be, oh, this is a bad idea.
Go Loser Ranger has some nice character designs.
Some of them are fun. Some of them are a little odd. I'll be interested to see how it looks in the show.
Yeah, they're always the ones that are a little bit different.
We need both approaches, not one or the other type.
This one's a little funky.
As someone who has spent all of his professional life selling people on things, getting people to actively move and do a thing is rarely done by showing them exactly why the item is perfect for them. The way people move and take some sort of change in their life In this case, we're talking like selling them on something is getting them into an emotional state that makes them feel that they have to take the action. You can give them all of the facts, all of the reasoning, everything about it, but at the end of the day, you're not going to sign your name on the line unless you feel like it is going to make you happier in some way.
And one big reason for this is because any position people seriously hold they have attachment to, that they are sticking their heels in and standing by, they have an emotional attachment to.
With diet pills. Yeah, I'll take my diet pills here in a second.
Gotta add the XX. Very nice.
Yeah, that way we know it's an XX chromosome.
Oh, see, they're a foot soldier XX with eyes, no X's XX.
Yeah, they got a lot of names.
Japanese words XX.
Is that Michael's?
No.
Or is that Blaine's lo-fi?
Yeah, it's my lo-fi.
Okay. Because I just didn't hear anything earlier, and then I started hearing stuff. Maybe it was just more backgroundy.
Is this a movie?
Yeah, this one's a movie. You don't have to put this one on here, I don't think.
Emotions might lead to actions, but it doesn't lead to convictions.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. What?
Now there are people who will be analytical to a fault, and you will have to have the definitions and all. But yeah, the reason people get convictions to do A or B is emotional. Like
Most
just look
people are
at
not
look at cults.
convicted
Look at
by-
cults. Like, do you think cults are convinced to join the cult because of some factual basis? Or do you think they have an emotional appeal that just makes them feel like this is where they belong and this is where they have to stick around?
You know how many times the facts were on Black Lives Matter
These characters
side?
have two different
Hardly
voices.
ever. But it was all emotional responses to incidents we knew hardly anything about.
And people went out and died for Black Lives Matter. Not that
Yeah.
they really intended to, probably, but they did.
I think most people that choose to go and die for something are just suicidal, but
Oh no, I mean they die in the process of literally just going out and like marching in Black Lives Matter riots.
I wouldn't say suicidal because I know enough people in the military that like there are people that just believe so much for a cause that they are willing to go out and put their lives on the line to make sure that it goes a way that they want it to or is protected in a way they believe it will be. So I would heavy disagree on that idea, but I'm sure there's a number of people that do have that sentiment.
I guess none of the people that like got killed while doing it. I'm specifically referring to people that like probably that guy who killed that protester, like not even the protester, but the guy who was walking home or whatever.
No, it
During-
doesn't. Emotions leaning on already held beliefs is what you are describing. What? Are you... So you're saying that convictions come from facts? Is that the argument here? I think you're using a little bit of like a form of standpoint epistemology here because for you, Andrew Clark, I could definitely... Oh, I know what it is. They've got a singing voice actor and the normal voice actor.
Oh, okay.
For you, that would be something where you are never going to get conviction for something unless you can build up the factual basis with which to be convicted. I can't tell you the thousands of people I've talked to where that is just not the case.
No, most people really do not have convictions politically. I can guarantee you that. There is like a minority of people that are even loudly outspoken about a few positions they care about for some reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm saying. Dang it!
What are you?
It really seems like you're talking about that. You're kind of talking
I-
from your own position.
I'm
where
up here
you got your
punching
political
ghosts
positions
now, and I don't even know
from
what you're
your-
saying.
from your convictions of reading a lot of political literature. And you're like, yes, this is the correct way to go. That's what it sounded like to us.
If only Big Soup didn't keep bringing him down.
Dude, you know what's actually terrible though? Like road rage assholes. Okay, I was driving on a 2-lane highway. There was a semi in front of me, in the right lane, and some dude decided to keep pace with the semi so no one could pass.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be. When you say road rage asshole, I picture someone like pulling out a gun and shooting somebody.
I would have.
That would happen in California. That has happened in California.
If I had one, I
For
probably
sure.
would have.
Hurry before Big Soup gets you.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm saying is that you need to change somebody, or what is it? You need to inform somebody else's beliefs before they can change, right? You need, like, this is sort of what you're talking about, where you're talking about like showing them the practical effects about the people that they are already they already care about, right? In order to show them that the ideology that they have actually is harming the people that they care about, right? That information is how you get to change the
Okay,
Okay,
Andrew.
I think I get it. Andrew, I'm gonna wait till you text in chat that you're in there, because I understand, and it's even more so what I just said a second ago. The issue here that we're having, Andrew, is that you are looking at the fact that you have to tell them some sort of detail that will change their emotion as a thing that
No.
we don't have the
I
detail.
agree that you can't tell people facts to change their emotions. I agree with that.
Okay.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Emotions do lead to actions. I mean, that you are absolutely correct. I do believe that. My point is that that's why we need both approaches. You need to you need to sow those seeds. You need to sow I don't know if you can hear me. You need to
I heard
sow those seeds. Yeah. So that when the person is emotionally ready for the change, they have something to stand on. This is like the problem that you have with like people who have religious moments, and then they make some big change, but it doesn't stick. They have something that happens to them, and they have this big emotional breakthrough, but the conviction doesn't last. Okay, because you need more than just emotion.
Right.
This is what I'm talking about. People like they have these come to Jesus moments, or what? They have this religious experience, right?
Right.
And it's profound to them in that moment, but it doesn't last. I've seen this happen to youth a lot. I used to go to church.
And there's some churches where you go to, and they're like, oh, well, you don't have to study scripture because it's based on faith. Like, why would we look at the historical record? Because it's based on faith. And you get a lot of people from those types of churches that fall out because they hammer on the faith notion, and they never get to the idea that, like, oh no, there actually is facts that you want to bring in to get people to understand. My point there is being described in that you need that emotional come to Jesus moment to change your mind or move towards a thing, and then getting that factual basis comes after. So if you want to work somebody off of whatever this new DEI thing is that you're talking about,
Get
then
them
you
off
would
the
have
ideological cliff.
you would have to
I
get
think
them
that's why I was
emotionally
saying-
to move before you even talk to them about, like,
No,
deeper
I
factual.
disagree. I think that
Andrew, you're not gonna win if you only have 30 seconds to make your point, and it takes you 3 minutes to say it.
I think I
You
probably
need to
end up
talk at
agreeing
least
with
2
Blaine
times faster, Andrew.
here. Oh, this show, there's like 2 characters.
All right.
Yeah.
You disagree.
You
You
take
take
like
what?
2 times faster.
I disagree. I think that Anna Kasparian, she changed like profoundly because she already had some the arguments that like from like Adam and Sitch and other people. These
Anna Kasparian changed and got much more abrasive because people attacked her.
Yeah.
well,
She had an
no, no, no.
emotional response to
Agreed.
people being mean to her.
Agreed, right?
Okay, then
but the
point
direction
proven.
she
What do you
went-
mean
no, no.
agree?
No. Oh my gosh, that
Anna Kasparian has had information and the arguments of right-wing creators for the past 10 years, and she didn't change her mind until she felt threatened and more pushed away by the left.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it went.
real quick. Anna Kasparian, she didn't go to the far right. She didn't go Christian. She didn't go any of these other places, right? Because the seeds were sown for her to believe in the things that she now believes. Okay, emotionally she was attacked, and so she changed. But the direction she changed was based off of previous information that lined up, that made sense, that she could already believe in.
And like I said, she had that information for like a decade. It only changed when she emotionally felt like
100%. That's what I'm saying. Both things. Well, you can sow the seeds before the come to Jesus moment. You don't need to wait for the come to Jesus moment and then give them the information.
Yeah, but the actual thing that spurred the change was the emotion. Like she could have
So,
all the information. Bounced off.
I'm not talking. I already agree with you. You're preaching to the choir. I'll already agree with you.
So then I guess the question is, how does saying this thing is illiberal give someone the factual basis to be able to not believe them?
Okay, so the point about that is that
So first you're gonna want
He's screaming while falling down the side of a cliff.
and then you're gonna need to
Go.
Sorry. Okay. So the point is that we want to have a intellectual framework that makes sense, right? We don't want them just spinning off into, what is it? We don't want them to simply be reacting. We don't want them to just beforehand, what is it? If Andrew Tate is the only person that's talking, right, beforehand, then when they have to come to Jesus moment, they're going to this guy makes a lot of sense. But we want to have our own intellectual framework that lines up with a reality that they can see when they have their come to Jesus moment.
I mean, yeah, you can, but I don't think putting excessive effort into talking to somebody who doesn't believe the same things you do is as
So
rip away at
much like with Destiny, right? But like with Destiny, right? He constantly talks about how he's not talking to the person across from him. He's talking to the audience that's listening on both sides.
Yeah, and the people he convinces are people that are already more towards the center. Yeah.
I guess my original point, and still stands as my point, is that the idea of trying to be like, we're both liberal, but we want to be against the illiberal people is a level of definition that gets too many people too bogged down in too much of the nitty gritty that is just not going to get them to a state that they're going to want to make movements.
I think also the
Sargon, right?
Coming in
Here's
at
the
that
problem.
position
Sargon
feels
is
like
drawing people. Sargon is drawing people to the illiberal right by talking about how equality
How
is
many
bad.
humans
and
have
how
you spoken breath to breath with that talk about Sargon of Akkad bringing them more illiberal?
Wait, that's me.
Okay, but they don't know that it's illiberal. That's part of the problem. He's talking.
So
Well,
you have spoken to other humans in real life who even know who Sargon of Akkad is. This is a hyper niche position. It is useful in certain circles and circumstances, but for the vast majority of people that we would be concerned about who are going to take some kind of action that will lead to these kind of things, the argument of like, well, we're all liberal and we need to be against the illiberal is just not super useful because they're going to continue to see themselves as being either a Democrat or Republican.
Okay. Just like we were talking about how, like I had mentioned in chat, how the no. The concepts, the ideas are far more important than the words. I'm open to workshopping a better sounding argument, but again, we want a ideologically consistent argument that can be messaged for people to hear, right?
The problem is that most people are not going to fall into that libertarian mindset that wants to hear that they're going to remove and get to this liberal ideal, right? Most people are okay with illiberalism when it agrees with what they think. So telling someone that they need to be against the illiberal when it's like, oh, we should be against the murder law because it restricts our liberal ability to kill people. That's dumb because everybody agrees with that law. We agree that there should be an illiberal
okay, that's a
law
bad
against
example,
murder.
but I'm not gonna focus on that. I mean, that's not.
There should be an illiberal law against CP. All right, we'll use that one. Is that better? Is that more accurate?
No.
Okay. See, we agree with it being a law that it breaks us down.
It's very much these are very much liberal laws.
Is it?
Yes. These against CP, against murder, against all of this stuff, because baked into liberalism is like this non-aggression principle, and you are pressing against. You are against. Was a murder infringes on other people's rights. You, inherently, obviously, killing people, right? Unjustly.
Owning a thing stops someone else from owning a thing. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Equity is illiberal.
They don't know themselves.
Equity is illiberal.
No, not equity. Me owning a thing. My name is on the thing. It is my thing. It is not your
That's
thing.
very liberal. That's very liberal.
Okay.
See, this is part of the problem. People don't know what was it? A illiberal law that the left likes, that is around some places are actually, gosh, I don't know if there's any place that like has it on book. Well, no, there are, I think, where you can't defend yourself or your home, right? Where you need to risk basically dying, to let a thief, steal your stuff and get away. I know actually the one place I know this exists is actually in South Africa. Kitty has talked about it, how if there's somebody stealing your stuff, you have to just let them do it. You can't defend your property.
Okay.
And so in liberalism, you're not obliged to let somebody like steal your stuff because you don't know if
say that without saying liberalism.
Well, I would just describe.
You're not obliged to
let
someone else steal your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
now what if you agree with that law?
What the to a blot, like you have to let somebody steal your stuff.
You have to let someone steal your stuff because it's not worth someone else's life.
Yeah. So
now I would agree with that law.
What do you mean?
No amount of you telling me that it's an illiberal law that goes against this idea of freedom would convince me that it's a bad idea, because I think the sanctity of life is more important to protect than it's some stuff that could get stolen.
No, okay.
So it's just it's not useful. It's not as useful as
no. Okay, but like your property is what to some extent your property is intrinsic to your life, right? And here's what extends beyond.
Be replaced. It is just stuff.
Okay, but the point is that you're not obliged. No, you're not obliged to put your life in somebody else's hands, right? Because you don't know if they're going to harm you or kill you.
Okay.
Right, and so, but it is also in liberalism that if somebody has stolen your stuff and is getting away, you need to seek the issue through a court. You can't exact your own revenge. You can't if a thief is running away with your stuff, you can't shoot them in the back. This is true both legally in America and in the liberal principles.
It actually depends on what they're stealing and how much of it they're stealing, because it is legal to shoot some people, even in the back, even in America, depending on what they're taking.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I guess I have heard contrary. Maybe.
Big Soup's got you. I can't hear a word. You sound like a robot.
So
I don't apologize.
So can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You're back.
Okay. So
yes.
The liberal principle though would say that always you should seek the issue to be addressed through the government, through the courts.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Going through the courts is regulation and time, and sounds the most illiberal. Having someone else come down and tell someone what to do, rather than work it out ourselves.
Well, you're like supposed to have a judge. I mean, it's not like you couldn't work it out yourselves, but like the point is that the judge exists. The common judge exists for interpersonal disputes, and you're not. What is it? You're not obliged. You're not allowed to just exact your own justice, like one-sidedly.
That feels very illiberal, though.
No, it's very liberal.
You're removing my ability to. You're removing my ability to solve my problems.
No,
and forcing me to listen to somebody else solve my problem.
No. I mean, you can talk to, like, it's not illegal to talk to someone to come to a common understanding. But the point is that you're not allowed to just go and, like, you're not allowed to go steal back your own stuff. You're not allowed to go and, like, kill someone because they stole your stuff. You're not allowed to do these things. Right? I mean...
But that's what I would want to do. That's what I would want the ability to do. That's what I think I should have the right to do. If mine was stolen, I should have the right to go steal back. And the fact that I have to go through an agency, go through a regulatory board, go through some sort of system in order to get my stuff back is a infringement on my time, on myself, on my ability to just fix this problem. So this is where the idea of arguing from the liberal values as historically understood by the great liberal thinkers falls apart, because there's an entire group of people out there that just don't agree with that one way or another.
No, I hear what you're saying, but the point about having the common judge is that
But now you're trying to argue why liberalism is good rather than trying to tell me, as someone who believes in liberalism as a right-thinking person, that the illiberalism is bad, when I'm viewing what you're talking about as illiberal to my liberal values.
Well, the point about the point about the common judge is because we're not. Was it? You know you're right.
You see,
Theoretically,
you
know you're right.
But you see this idea though of like if you're arguing from this idea of the liberal versus the illiberal is what we're supposed to be fighting and going off of, you're ignoring the person you're talking to, what their values are, and what you need to say, hey, this thing that you think of as a good or a positive is actually leading to this negative, right? And you're building it off of them and what they're interested in and what their emotional state is, so that you can get them to actually identify and dig deeper on these things, as opposed to saying there's this greater idea of here is definitional liberalism, here's definitional illiberalism. You're going to be touching on too many things where you start describing the steps I have to go through to get my shit back, and it just makes me more pissed. I'm like, you know what? No, we shouldn't have any of this. None of that. No, they shouldn't have those protect. I should be able to shoot the guy in the back and go get my stuff back. And like you're driving me more into that sort of position.
It depends on. I hear what you're saying, but the point is that about the great value of liberalism is that it's to see things from both sides, right? So what what if some guy says that your stuff that is yours is somebody else's, and he comes to take it and says, no, I'm just taking my stuff back, and you're like, no, this is my stuff.
Okay.
Well, how do we know? How do we just, do we just let the other guy say, just take your stuff because he says it's his? Oh, he's just taking his stuff back. Okay, sure.
I mean, we're about 2 weeks away from everybody having to do that.
Well, but do you see how that doesn't hold up? Do you see how, like, somebody else is saying, oh, no, this is my stuff?
So
that's the point of the common judge.
So you're thinking that the common judge does a better job than just two dudes randomly?
I'm not saying it's a better job in all cases. I'm saying that it is the point of the common judge is to account for bad actors.
But it doesn't, because then you have bad actor judges.
Well, that's corruption, and that's the system failing. And you're never going to get away from. You're never going to wait from.
If the system is built to fix the problem of bad people, and the system is made of people, the system's going to still have bad people.
No, okay, but there's solutions to that too, right?
The solution is not giving people dissertations and definitions on liberalism and illiberalism.
No, I agree. The ideas are important.
With what they're thinking.
I agree. The ideas are important. This is why free speech is so important. And even free speech was not something that free speech was not something that Locke or even Voltaire talked about. But it was something they included in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. Mm-hmm. And it was an important leap forward in liberalism. It was something that was not addressed. Liberalism can grow and change. But the whole point is that you have general principles that you're trying to uphold. And the exact nature on how to address crime can be shifted, can be altered, right? I mean, even though I say that this is what liberalism is, I'm talking about it classically. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way forever into the future.
The
idea is that the ideas are important, and not a strict adherence to a classical understanding. And also the labels themselves. The labels are like a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Or yeah.
So, if the idea is that liberalism changes, even from Locke to the Constitution, we add the idea of free speech and that it continues to change, why would you be focused on trying to convince someone of this idea of liberalism versus illiberalism rather than say, this idea of forcing companies to do X, Y, or Z is just a bad idea, and here's why it doesn't work?
Well, that's part of the argument, but we can do more than one thing at a time.
But why bother? Because my principles of what I believe in are not going to actually change. All you're going to do is show me a way that my principles line up in a way that show that the actions I'm taking won't lead to my my principles being fulfilled. Does that make sense? Like, people don't change
I hear
their
what you're saying.
principles
I
usually.
hear what you're saying. But the problem is that what is it? Rally, what is it? There's a reason why Trump is so popular. He's a focal point.
Okay.
That's to rally around. It's the charisma and the fact that he's a single person, right? It makes it easy to believe in. And so if you have a single idea, if you call it a name, if you have a team that you can rally behind, a single team, and we name it liberalism or whatever, that makes it easier, to play the team sport. You get emotions going for the team.
But if you give the team a name and you get people interested in the team is going to be absconded and taken and turned into something else. Like all other teams happen. And you're going to create team infighting. You're going to get all the other issues that come with the team rather than just saying, hey, this idea sucks because it, if you're talking to someone who cares about individuals, it'd be like, oh, these individuals are going to be hurt by it. You're talking to someone who cares about like minority and displaced people, they'd be like, well, these are the minorities and displaced people that are going to be hurt by this. Like, just talk to the person you're talking to, I guess is what I'm just still trying to say, because it's just not the most useful thing.
I agree that the problem that the other person
very, very utility when it comes to some of these discussions.
Sure.
It's like we can talk and we can add, but trying to get someone to be like, hey, watch that video, it's not going to happen.
No, I get what you're saying. Okay. But my thinking is that we don't want to sacrifice long-term effectiveness for short-term effectiveness. We don't want to just say, we don't want to try and solve the Rubik's Cube one side at a time. We'll never solve it that way. And that's what I'm hearing from you. It's like, let's just solve this Rubik's Cube one side at a time.
Do you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube?
That's exactly how you solve a Rubik's Cube.
That's literally what you do. Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
No, you don't.
What are you talking about? You
line
start
up
with the
one
bottom,
side
then
so you
you
can
build
line
the
up the
walls.
rest. How have you been doing Rubik's Cubes your whole life, Andrew?
Are you a Rubik's Cube savant and you do
No.
the whole cube at once? Because I don't. I do it one side at a time.
What do you mean? That's not how you...
How do you solve a Rubik's Cube, Andrew?
You solve it as one. You don't solve it
You
one
solve
side.
it piecemeal so you can break down simple problems from a bigger problem.
No?
Yes!
Yeah, go read the
Yes!
Rubik's Cube how-to website.
Okay. Well,
It's literally a one
I
step
do it
at a
differently,
time.
I guess.
But here's the deal. You cannot universally get everybody into that. Because everybody's going to have their
I
own
understand.
way to get
You
it.
want
Now,
to be talking... No, but you want to be talking to people... I agree. You want to be talking to the person themselves and not use one tool for everybody, right? You want to be like, this is the problem the other person had, is that they the clip is that you were saying like, oh, we kind of have to like treat them like children. To me, it almost sounded like we want to kind of lie to them almost, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the clip was
it
trying to like
almost sounded like,
soften the
right?
blow was sort of the idea, and it was just
Yeah,
like, don't
kind of
bother.
thing, right? And
Yeah.
and I would take a more Jonathan Haidt type approach where it's like, okay, what are the things that this person cares about? Let's focus on that. Let's not lie about the other stuff. But let's phrase those things in the language that this person understands. Let's phrase these things in the emotional language that this person understands. Right?
Okay.
But the point is, we want to have a intellectually consistent framework for all of it, even if we're using different arguments at different times.
Oh, okay. I mean,
And-
I guess my issue
And we
is
can
just,
and see that. And here's the thing too.
okay.
Here's a thing that I don't think that we, if you want to say like, oh, I don't want to be a full blown liberal because I don't like these aspects, right? I agree with these other aspects, but you know, I agree that that we need to focus on coalition building based off of the things we agree on and not focus so much on the stuff that we disagree on. Is we need to have more tolerance for these intellectual disagreements. That, like, this is also how you would want to unify the liberal left and the liberal right, is by focusing on what you guys agree on and not and what is it, creating tolerance for the differences that you disagree on, including some, like, you know, like how you described property rights, right? That's far less important than talking about the dangers of DEI or of equity in general, right? It's just a really toxic
Yeah,
idea.
I mean, it can be. It can be. Again, it's the
Well, it
what
tends to.
what is the goal?
What is it?
To stop DEI. How do you stop DEI? By convincing the businesses or the people who are pushing it that it's not a good idea. How do you convince them it's not a good idea? By showing them how in their worldview it doesn't lead to what they want it to lead to.
Two ways, right? Two ways. One,
But in none of what I just said did I say, hey, you know what? DEI is illiberal, and it's that we should actually hold these liberal values, because they don't have liberal or illiberal values. They have personal values that they want. Now, those personal values are going to go to other people. So if you find a value for family, for example, there's a lot of people that have a value for family. There's other people that don't, that have a value for people outside of their family. So you can have certain things that you're arguing that will touch and speak to multiple people. So you can touch more than one person. What I'm saying is not a one-on-one sort of conversation. I'm using that in a example type way, but you can have the same conversation with multiple people. Having sold stuff for years, I've had the same conversation about the same products with a lot of people. But sometimes you run into someone who needs conversation B instead of conversation A. But always going back to the fact sheet, going back to the, like, here's the definitional rules about the thing.
That's not what I'm saying.
Really
that's
useful.
not what I'm saying.
So every time you say we need to have this liberal framework, that's what I'm hearing. So
okay.
I don't know what you're saying about liberal framework if you're not saying that we need to go back to this instruction manual of how humans should interact.
Okay, so the exact argument that you have with each individual person is going to be different, right? But my goal would be to reach out and to, like, understand who I'm talking to and not just assume that they're some form of liberal, right? Because maybe they're not. But when if I find out that person is indeed a liberal, right? Because, okay, your argument would work particularly well for someone who is illiberal, right? But still wants to help these people. It's like, well, these practices don't tend to help the people that you want to help. So shouldn't we find other ways of helping these people, since your values being put into practice don't lead to the end goals that you like. But if we can find somebody who is a liberal who has a misunderstanding of these ideas, right? Because there are lots of people who are like they believe in like the same rules for everyone kind of thing, right? Or they believe they have the same ideas of why racism is bad, right? But they get sucked into these like the standpoint epistemology or the what do you call it, the progressive stack and such. If you can just like, it's not going to be the same argument every time, but if you can show them the aspects where like their ideas don't actually line up with those ideas don't line up with their values, and show them that like they actually don't believe in these things, and give them a framework for like that lines up with the things that they actually believe, where they are right now, not sometime in the future, but where they sit now, then I feel like that lets them be consistent, because they probably are fighting some level of inconsistency, some level of internal inconsistency. They probably feel bad about stuff because they have these conflicting feelings. And if you can give them that framework that they already like hold these beliefs, then it can lead to positive emotions that will affect change.
Okay. I mean,
Does that make sense?
It's just still not like I don't think even if somebody has the most liberal values, if their name is not Andrew Clark, they're not saying I have the liberal value and now I believe in standpoint epistemology. That doesn't happen. If someone has like a level of understanding, they're going to say they have liberal values and call out something as being illiberal. They're already going to be looking at something like standpoint epistemology from that lens and from that framework. Like you're thinking of a way to talk to people that just is not going to have any utility. You're not going to move somebody off of that standpoint epistemology by being like, you know what, this is a liberal framework that like needs to be followed in a way, and you're like, what the hell are you fucking talking about? Like, get out of here. Like, if you've got someone who I would just say freedom, like just start using that word, because people would probably agree more. But even then, people don't like this. They have different ideas and definitions of what freedom is. So like, moving somebody off of this idea where they believe in liberal values, but they also think that like, oh, standpoint epistemology makes a lot of sense because, you know what, if someone grew up black, then they would know more about that black experience. That's something I need to sort of like listen to and be attuned to. You need to be like, you know what, you should be attuned to that, but you also should have a little bit of factual basing in things when you're actually looking at it. And like having somebody look deeper into things, we'll take standpoint, right? Having someone look deeper into it and not believe someone just because they're black is just a common sense measure. It's not a like, oh, we need to teach you more about liberalism to get you off of this idea of standpoint epistemology.
I think this is good. I think that we've moved closer in understanding, but I don't think I don't feel like I still feel like
we're gonna figure out how to solve Rubik's Cube, Andrew.
All right. Anyways, but my phone is about to die.
Okay.
I've in these past like 20-ish minutes or whatever that we've been talking this last bit, I've dropped like 30% my phone.
Well,
at least we beat Big Soup finally. So always good to chat. Sorry.
Yeah, it's dropping. I'm watching the numbers tick down. All right.
It's like a time bomb.
All right.
Have a good one. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm tired. I don't think there's utility in getting deep into the liberal illiberal argument of getting into like even if you were like, talking to someone who is a conservative their entire life. I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative my entire life, and then they're like, they hear something, they're like, you know what? I agree with idea X, and you look at them and you say, idea X actually is the most Democrat thing that you could do. They're gonna look at you and be like, well, you know what? Maybe they're right once in a while, because they've convinced themselves that whatever that is good. So giving them the idea that it's like this, it's on the wrong side of the aisle from where they're supposed to be, isn't going to change someone's mind if they've made up their mind on a thing. What you have to do is show why the thing hurts. If someone doesn't feel the pain, they're not going to change. People don't go to the gym just because they're like, oh, you know what? This is the thing. People go because they want to look better. It hurts the way they look. Their body physically hurts, and they want it to not hurt. They've been made fun of. They've made fun of themselves. That there are pain points that move people. So it's a much more useful way to try to argue people than to try to have this. Don't you know that that's the wrong side of the thought process argument? I just don't think it's as useful in actual conversation, but it's good to know. It's good to understand. What if they're there to pick up women? Then that means they ain't got no women, and that's the pain point sending them to the gym. Anyway, everybody have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll catch you all tomorrow for Thursday, where we will do primarily game design, but we'll also be potentially joined by Jay. So, compai, everybody.
I lost.